You have the Ellen's piece? No, not yet. Looking for an Ellen's group right now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I get the merchant ring, I'm just gonna do like literally a stream for like 5 hours where it's in my inventory and it's gonna be completed. It's like highlighted, right? And I'm just gonna leave that on stream for like 5 hours and then eventually just make it, craft it, whatever. Just because, there's so many people that are like asking me, did you make it? Or are you gonna make it? You know, I'd have to do a really long stream where everybody can see that it's completed. And I'm just sitting there waiting to make it. Yeah, ready, Fatty, it is what it is. Hey, what's up, Pierce Bella? How are you? I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing? Hey, what's up, my capacity? Got the offhand. Thank you. Yeah, I hit it yesterday, and then I played Harry Potter all day. So, feels good, man. I hit the offhand, untagged my Kudum, pulled out the Garmos Heart, put it on the Black Star, yanked the Kafras, sold the Kudum, and with the money that I didn't have to spend on, how did I get money? Sold the Kudum and then something else, and then I bought the 2 upgrades for the Velsart, so now I have the Velsart done. So now we're buying costumes on pre-order, and then with excess money, we're gonna, at some point, eventually work on our Pen Tungred ring. If we get a Pen Tungred ring, which we want to buy one, then we will convert the Crescent, sell the Narc, or if an abundance of Pen Tungred rings sit on the market, we will convert the thing to the Narc, sell the Narc, and then just equip a Kaposha for the time being. Just so we can have the money. Because if I sold all my Caphras, which is 30,000 Caphras, it's almost 100 bill. And if I sold the Narc, that would be more than enough to just buy out straight up a Pen Tungred ring. Ads, wait a minute. I was just... That's unfortunate. Um... I was just stating that I bought the Vels upgrade, and now I'm working on a Pentong Red Ring. I have enough Cappers to maybe make it, the money for it and stuff, but I'm waiting because there isn't any sitting, and there's like 5 pre-orders. Much love from Egypt. Thank you, Leitch. I appreciate it. Any luck on Olin's? Well, I'm waiting for a group now. I have a friend who's a shy that wants to go, but I'm waiting to see if he finds anybody. I posted in all the Discords. I know it's Valentine's Day. Also, happy Valentine's Day. I know it's Valentine's Day, so I don't really expect to get a ton of grouping, but I wanted to stream at least for a few hours, you know, just to kind of let people know I got my Pinball XR offhand, and also just to stream and chill. Pentong Red Ring soon, I guess it's double upgrades. Yeah, I'm pre-ordering costumes. I don't know if I should pause the pre-order on costumes while I wait, but the thing is, I want to also wait for the ring too. But I guess, like, I'm in no rush, you know what I mean? Like, there's no reason to push one or the other, but pushing costumes is a time-gated thing. So I should probably just push the time-gated thing, because as soon as I sell the Narc, which is 40 bill, and as soon as I sell the Caphras, which is... I'll probably have... Actually, I think if I made all my dust, I have about 35,000 Caphras almost. After all that, I'm going to have like 100 bill, right? Raise my outfits as much as you can. Yeah, I think I'm just going to keep my pre-orders on. Because that's like the biggest... That'll be the biggest time gate. As I missed so much time playing that I didn't pre-order so many costumes. But yeah, so I'm just gonna keep grinding until I get a message for a group, basically. Still progression, buying out saving crowns, next long up piece. Oh yeah, there's that too. I forgot about that. Yeah, and because I could just make 100 million silver, sorry, 100 billion silver like instantly with the with selling Caphras, I guess it's not a big deal. Huh? Yeah, I guess we're just gonna farm for the Thornwood piece of the Elviad while we wait for a group. If we don't get a group, we'll just fill out here, but if we can get a group, that'd be cool. And if my friend for Turos shows up, then maybe I'll go to Turos. But I hope everybody's having a good day. Thank you for coming into my stream and hanging out, guys. We're just gonna chill and grind for a little bit. I know it's not my normal times, but I'm switching to a normal schedule this week because my wife wants to go to a theme park. She also wanted to chill out all week. We both took the week off, and we're gonna play Harry Potter and hang out and just, you know, spend a lot of time together. So while she's still sleeping, I tried to wake her up like 3 hours ago. While she's still sleeping, I'm gonna stream for 2 or so hours because I wanna work myself back into getting into the video partner program, and to do that, I have to stream again. I have to stream at least 2 hours a week. I'm trying to stream more than that, but I have to start somewhere, right? I don't know if it's worth doing the event. Do you guys think I should do the event where I kill the things, but none of those mobs drop the none of those monsters drop the Elviad? So is it worth doing if I'm only concerned about the Elviad? I mean, that's kind of literally why I'm here. Like, if I'm not getting the Elviad, then I shouldn't worry about it. I think this weekend we're gonna be doing a dungeon run for quests, so I'm probably going to advertise sort of throughout the week. Anybody needs to get their puzzles and quests done. Not like a knowledge run per se, but a at least a main story quest run. Man, if I get lucky on any more pieces here at Thornwood, it would be so crazy to be so close. I'm pretty sure I've got to be the farthest person. I mean, it's really easy to get 3 out of 9, right? And if you did a little bit of Turos and either A, got lucky on Turos and you do Olin's, or B, got lucky on Thornwood and do Turos, you probably are sitting with 4. Then a handful of people that just got crazy lucky got 5. But pretty sure I'm the farthest along in NA. Although I've heard there's some other people, some other content creators who are pushing into wanting to push for it, which is like, you know, kudos to them. If that's what they're doing. What I don't understand is how I'm RNG. All I have is a 10. Oh, I just lost 2%. I must have had something up. Huh. We do have Thornwood and Olin's maxed in energy. We're just working on getting Turos maxed. Turos is like at 16 or 17, so as soon as we you know, get the energy, we'll be running it. So you used to have on my T1 Node War ult account. Decent stake considering it's all free gear. Nice. Are you considering getting a Debo? Yeah, it's on the long list of things I think I want to eventually do. Watching Samson go for it made me really jealous and want to go for it. So, yeah, we'll eventually be going for it. So the current plan is plan A at all times is to get the merchant ring. And I need just the Olin's piece. So I'm A, you know, from top to bottom. Step A is grind as much Olin's as possible. And if category A is not able to be done because I don't have a group, then A subsection 1 is finish Elviayed, which means Turos or Thornwood. Once objective A is completed, we're working on objective B, which is finishing the Elviayed. Or I guess we're finishing subsection A1, which is finish the Elviayed. Once the Elviayed is finished, then we will be pushing for Debos at Debo spots. Now, at any point in time while I'm grinding Olin's, while I'm grinding Thornwood, while I'm grinding Turos, I have enough money to buy Tungrad, then we'll do that. A 10 Tungrad ring. We'll swap it out for my Crescent, swap the Crescent to a Narc, sell that for 40 bill, and this time we'll just keep buying costumes. And then once the LVA is finished, and once the Olin's piece is finished, we will start going for Debos. Debos a screenshot? Yeah, sure. We'll be going for Debos as soon as other, like, I gotta grind this specific area for something is done, then sure. But until we grind all these specific areas for these specific drops, we won't be going for Debos yet. But we'll buy costumes and stuff. I do need to get some fail stacks, so at some point we will need to figure out what the plan is on we will need to figure out what the plan is on getting another fail stack, whether we stack black stars or I guess you would just hit 10 black stars and then maybe we'll hit for pen on some. God, it would be so awful to hit pen on some. But we'll talk to people on what the best way to fail stack stuff above 200 is, because I have quite a lot of let me see. I have a 150, two 150s, two 140s. Then I have a few 160s, I think, across my runs. Yeah, I got a 166. I think is that 166 all that's left? I think I have something in my thing right now. It's like if we don't buff up. Hey, what's up, Morgan? How you doing, buddy? I think it's a Debo. It should be cheaper to buy Pet and Cron Tap Debo than save Cron Defend. Which would be cheaper? Question mark. To buy Tet and Cron Tap, or to save Debos and Cron Defend? Well, I actually don't know that math. The people that would best know that math would be People that have done it before. But on average, it's not. Oh, I got a 166 and a 155 in here as well. Um, I. It depends on how lucky you get. If you get lucky on tapping to Tet, then it's like you save money. If you don't get lucky tapping to Tet, then you spend more money. So, do you feel better buying something, buying it, and then slapping it later? Or do you feel better grinding it and just pre-ordering costumes? In my opinion, I would just feel better tapping it than buying it because it's a lot of money in the grind itself. Think of the amount of hours it would take to grind that money and how many devos could you have gotten if you just grinded it out like that? You know what I mean? It's just my thought process. But if you're not a lucky person and you're a buyer because it's safer, then I would say buy. It's mostly personal preference, but I don't know the cost efficiency because I'm not that kind of person. I think some people said it's like, what, 16 devos to hit pen on average? If you have the appropriate amount of stacks and you have everything ready to go, it's 16 devos on average if like all, you know, percents go according to plan, go according to the average. That's like downgrades, upgrades, all that stuff. Or maybe no downgrades, I guess. Nice on APDP for Mega Event. Necessary results from 281 Dragon Awakening. Kind of funny. That was real silver gun in for 200. Yeah. It's actually really interesting how they just don't want to buff the drop rate. I feel like if they buff the drop rate, like there's just so many people that don't have that item, don't have that pre-order, don't have this, that. Like at this point, just make it drop. Like just increase the drop rate. Because I'm never gonna go to Vel because I don't need a Vel, which means not only does the next person not get a Vel, but like I will never get a Vel to sell. So there's like there's an extra less person out in the world, and another extra less person selling a Vel's heart to the next person, which I think is the problem. Even though it's worth a lot right now, like I don't want to log in randomly, quit a game I'm playing, and log in just to go grab a thing. Although it would be easy, I'm not saying it would be hard. Oh man. Did you get the piece? No, I did not get the piece. We are waiting for a group. I need a group to grind Olins. I didn't bother Jakun because I didn't want to make any plans. My wife wanted to live spontaneously this week, so I'm not making any plans until she basically says, yeah, I can do whatever I want, because she wants to wake up and just do whatever she feels like doing. If that means waking up and we're just going to go somewhere, or we're going to do something, or if we're not going to do anything, or if we're not going to get out of bed before 12, that's what she wants to do for her Valentine's week. And I said, whatever you want to do. So I haven't made any plans. So basically, if I'm going to do Olins, I'm just going to post up in Discords, do an hour or two, and you know, when she's done, then that's what we're doing, I guess. OOCEE3. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate how you done. We're kind of just playing it by ear, and basically I'm just chilling and streaming while I'm waiting for her to wake up. And then when she wakes up, we're gonna go play Hogwarts Legacy together. That game is a lot of fun. I don't like single player games. I don't really like big RPGs because I always feel like I could be like working on something in BDO or other games. Like I just would rather work on other progress on other stuff because I like long-term MMOs. You know what I mean? But man, I read all the Harry Potter books and stuff, and this game is just does it really well. It has some weird bugs and issues. Resistant. That's an old command. I tapped my pen Black Star offhand off stream yesterday morning, so I don't have a clip of it. I don't have I didn't even react. I was just like that was me. I was silent. I was just like, oh man, that would have been cool if I streamed it. And then I just sat there with a big dumb smile on my face for the next like 12 hours. So yeah, so we got that. And now we're just back to grinding this. Congrats on pen. Thank you guys. I appreciate the support. Yeah, I think I tapped it roughly 20 to 30 times. So I got it kind of like on average a little bit. I don't know the exact amount of attempts, but I definitely spent many billions of silver on the costumes. 4 wheel away from a pen boss gear. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I think when the gloves come out, I'm gonna swap out the Uragons. I'm hoping that when the new gloves come out, they're gonna do a Kaffir event. That way I can pull the Kaffirs out of my boots for free, and then I'll buy the Uragons and dump my Kaffirs back into them. And then I'll get to pull 10k Kaffirs out of the gloves. That's another just 30 billion in my pocket, by the way. Like, I've already got 35,000 Kaffirs right now, and now I'm just gonna make a bunch more. It's kind of crazy. It's funny, my friend was asking me, what did you do with all the money you made from Mullins? And then I'm like slowly realizing, like, it's all in my gear. It's all in C20 Kaffirs. And I get all that back when we get the Fallen God stuff. But yeah, I guess I do need crons for tapping Black, not Black Star. Fallen God. I got lucky on Tri Fallen God, both my helmet and my chest. The first one I was pretty lucky just in general to get it up for Tri. Like, getting it up to Duo to tap for Tri was pretty easy. But holy cow, my helmet was a pain. I could not get Duo to save my life. I think I attempted Duo 20 plus times. It was horrendous. I don't know if the game was like, hey, you're overstacking, so we're gonna lower the chance of it going. But I need stacks for Devos, and I need stacks for the Fallen God stuff, so I'm not gonna be able to tap anything until I get a decent stack. Unless like I tap like what, try on a 180 or 160. Might be 2 versions of the gloves coming, which is why it's taking so long. Yeah, that kind of scares me, because then it's like, dang, do I stick to evasion or do I go back to DR? Like, what? I don't know what I do, man. Not that like evasion's doing me any good, but like in the long run, how do we not know that it'll be better? Because it is just stronger gear. Dabbers Rain begin then? Yeah. Yeah, I got about 30,000 dust I need to process. And I've got about 26k in my bag. And I'm gonna get 10k from my gloves. Yeah, we're raining. Why do you grind the spot? I'm working on the corrupted Elviad. A spot that drops 4 of the pieces is right here at Turos, or not Turos, but Thornwood. So I'm grinding while waiting for a group for Olins. I had a friend who wants to grind, or I messaged a bunch of people and he said, hey, you still want to grind? I said, yeah, let's grind. So he said, you got anybody? I said, no. So unless they're gonna go DR either way, more damage output. Well, I don't substitute any gear for the DR versus evasion, right? So I mean, like, damage is the same, but is it better for me, I guess is the question. Oh, I should pop that. I guess that's the ultimate question. It's like, is it better for me or not? Okay. Can't install inclined. I mean, it's more damage. 3 bags, DR accuracy, falling guard gloves. There's 2 versions. More damage though. 3 bags, DR accuracy. Oh. I mean, I don't really have an issue with accuracy because I'm a Zerker, so we get like 15% evasion. We get minus 12% or 15% accuracy, and we get minus 12% evasion. So, other than I think Crypt, it doesn't really matter. But even for Crypt, I'm probably gonna run a more specialized build, so it's different. Honestly, I don't know. I might just play a broken class. I might just go tag Megu just to grind Crypt. I don't know. Hey, what's up, Easy Peasy? How you doing, buddy? I know, I'm streaming during, like, human hours. It's weird, right? Gotcha, Mike Besties. No, I appreciate it. Yeah. Either way, if someone sees me in the game, I'm just gonna get melted because I don't know how to play the game. So, that's what it is. Hey, Ben? I'm good, dude. I'm good. Chilling out. Working. Having a good old time. Nothing really special going on with me. I'm in a about a year ago, I guess. Yeah, about a year ago. I was on a shift at work that I wasn't really happy on, and um, the shift stressed me out, and it caused a lot of problems IRL, and also in like work. And I just got swapped back to a shift that I really like, with the people I like working with, people I can rely on, people I can trust. So it went from like a really stressful sort of 2 years, like the right before Lost Ark came out and stuff like that, where I was just like having a really tough time, stressing out and stuff. I mean, I never did anything with stream or anything, but it just messed with me, outside of games and outside of stuff, and it was messed up. It sucked. And for the last year or so, I've been on another squad, back with my old squad that I was originally with, that made me love working the job that I work, and I'm just happy to be back with people I like working with, and it's definitely made me just feel physically and mentally better. When I say good, it's not like, oh, I'm good. Generic response number one, like, oh, I'm good. How are you? Da, 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 da. I'm like actually good. Like I'm literally all I need to do right now is just stop being lazy. Stop being lazy. Get off my butt. Go for a walk every day. And that's just the hardest part. Just doing something like that. That's like my only thing I need to do is just stop being lazy. Go for a walk every day, and I think I'd be like 100%, 200%. But no motivation. Hey, what's up, Infinite Crimson? How you doing? Hello. Are you doing that better again? Thank you. Yeah, I'm getting sleep. I'm not streaming and losing sleep over it, and it feels amazing. It feels amazing. I cut a lot of caffeine out of my diet now that I don't. Every downstream you see me having a coffee or a latte. That's a lot of caffeine I'm consuming, a lot of sugar I'm consuming. I cut all that shiz out. Now I do still get like breakfast, but it's not like tons of sugar. I have gotten back to drinking soda again, but I'm trying to cut that out. Or if I do drink a diet soda, because I don't think soda's good for you. Trying to cut that out. It's really hard cutting that and teas out, but I'm trying to be more conscientious of making those decisions. That's good. And I miss BDO, so that's why I'm playing BDO. Playing Diablo 2 Remastered feels so fun, but every time I play it, I'm like, man, I want to grind some BDO. So I feel bad because I have a friend that's like, hey man, are you still playing Diablo 2? And I'm like, yes, but like, no. Spiritually I am, because I'm here playing BDO, right? But literally I'm not playing Diablo because I'm playing BDO. Yeah, listen, easy. If you ever want to play some games or something, just DM me, and if I'm on, if I'm awake, if I'm around, I'll try and do what I can. It's so tough. I was literally like talking to like some friends, and I don't want to sound like, oh, I have so many friends, but I quite literally I tend to make friends with basically everyone I know, or am friendly with most people. So it's really kind of tough. And I feel bad because it's like I'm not like inherently ignoring or neglecting a group of people. Like for example, like hanging out with you, it's just tough that like unless we do a daily routine together, it's really hard to, it'll be like a month or two before we play games again. And I feel bad, but it's like so tough because I was telling my friends about this. I'm like, I do genuinely have like 5 different groups of friends at different points in the day that I can do different activities with that don't interact with each other at all. They're completely separate groups of friends, which is, I mean, I like, because I can always have a different group for a different thing I want to do. But it's tough because, once you get lost in like doing things constantly with other people, you kind of don't do anything yourself, or only yourself. And what I've done recently over the last year, while taking a break from streaming and playing Lost Ark, I've been doing a lot of stuff for me, things that I want to do, and it's been fucking great. but I feel bad because, like, you know, I don't get to see or hang out with people or make time as much anymore, and that's kind of tough. Also, only one person? Yeah, yeah, but, you know, I try to... I'm a people pleaser, right? You got the pen, Blackstar? Yeah, I got Pen Blackstar offhand. Pretty excited. So if any of you are just tuning in or coming to the stream, I typed Pen Blackstar offhand yesterday morning off stream, because I was playing, like, I was playing Lost Ark, and then I was logging out of BDO. I had enough costumes from pre-ordering while at work, and then I was like, oh, let me get these, you know, let me tap this offhand, and I did my usual thing where I sit there and I just freaking spin it, and I'm like, oh, and then it went, so kind of chilling. In terms of, you know, diversify allocate time, yeah, it's definitely tough, and you know, sometimes you don't realize how much it means for someone that you come around and hang around. Like, I didn't realize how much Karina really, really, really wants me to come around and be around and hang around, and now that I know it means a large deal to her, like, I can make more time to be around. It's just hard to know when someone really, really, really cares. You know, everybody cares, but like, when someone really cares, you know, it's tough. What fail stack? I think it was a 232 fail stack. So it was like the average good stack, like a decent 20 attempt stack. Alright, get it? Everybody's good to do hardly much the game anyways. Do kids work, rug making, D&D, hardly have time for anything. Yeah. There's times it's difficult. It's difficult. There are times where I am like, I've got nothing to do. I've got no plans. I got nothing going on, and I'm like, man, I wish I was busy. I wish I had stuff going on. And then there have been times in my life where I have no free time, and I'm only constantly going from activity to planned activity to planned activity. And it's great until you want a moment to breathe, and you don't have that moment. It was literally like that. I had like a group where I was doing D&D every weekend. I had like Saturday night raids in World of Warcraft. I had Monday morning or certain things in the morning I would do. I'd have my video streams at certain times in the day. Then I'd have my work schedule. Then I would like somehow try to cut like time in between all that to spend with my wife between my days off and free time. And it's like, holy shit, it's like at one point I was just like, man, like I just want like a Friday off, and I couldn't get a Friday off because it was always D&D night, and it's just like tough, you know. Like right now, what I've been doing, because I don't, you know, ever since I moved out and bought my own house and moved out from my parents, I haven't really done anything with my parents. Every time I call my dad, it's about a car issue, you know, if he wants to check it out or something, and I feel bad because my dad's always like, what do you want, you know, when he answers the phone. And so I started asking them like, hey, can we go to like karaoke? Can we go do something? Do you want to go to a bar and just hang out and chat and have a good time? So we've been doing these like karaoke Fridays every other Friday, but now I've lost my Friday. So it's a tough like toss up of like, when do I stop giving up my Friday? When do I not go? But like, you know, we've been kind of busy the last few weekends, so we haven't gone for like a month. But now, you know, we're getting back into it, and it's like, I just have to learn to like, I don't know, say no. It's kind of tough. You know what I mean? Hard telling people no when you're like a yes man. But anyways, sorry, I'm not trying to rant. I'm just talking. So, any of you coming in this stream, if you have any questions, just go ahead and ask. If you're wondering what I'm doing here, I'm working on the Elviad. It's a thing in the bottom left of my inventory. And if you don't know what the Elviad is, it's a useless rare item that actually doesn't do anything for you. So that's it. If anyone wants to grind Olins, let me know. If anyone makes an Olins group and needs a DPS, that's how I should actually state that. There are a lot of people that want to do Olins, but trying to find people to make the group of stuff. Dab, you got it, bud. Let's dump. Need DPS? Yeah, I think we do. Let me message my guy that's a shy. Ads. Man. Why does my stream not tell me when there's any and all ads running. Isn't that kind of weird that I don't know when my own ads are running? I mean, I guess they're not my ads because I'm not the one running them. Back? Yes, we do need a DPS crim, so message my Shy if he still wants to do Olins. And I'll let you know if he messages me back. Bro, it's crazy that some packs here at Thornwood are literally a whole pack of just the monster I need for the Elviad piece. It's actually kind of crazy. There's a chill spot. Yeah, I'm honestly I like all the Odalisque spots. Turos can be annoying, but I still do like the spot. All the spots are colorful. They're beautiful. They're not hard. Dude, what? What did I do? Oh, you're talking... like, did I say something wrong? I tapped my Black Star offhand, off stream. It does have my name on it, so it is real. It's not a... I didn't buy it. And I untagged my Kudum. I pulled out the Grandma's Heart. Ordered for being carried. I'll have you know that I did it in about 15 attempts. Or sorry, 30 attempts, not 15, I'm an idiot. I did it about 20 to 30 attempts, so it's on average. The only one I was carried on was my first one. The Awakening and my offhand were both 20 to 30 attempts. I think my Awakening was 33 attempts. Here we're looking mint? Yeah, I like it. I just need to get the Tungrad ring. The Tungrad ring, and I wish there was a necklace enchant that was yellow. I've been raw timing with him, Blackstar. Well, if you need the stack, it's a good thing to do. If you don't have a stack, and if you're like, if you like fail stacking, that's totally a valid thing to do. I hate fail stacking, so I like will never. Excuse me. I hate fail stacking. The only way I'm gonna start tapping black stars like that is if we are working on a stack for Deborah's, which we are going to. I hate to fail stack to 60. Oh, I have like a zillion stacks. Oh, well, yeah, I guess that would be kind of terrible. It's all Reblath or something. I don't stack much, so... I just don't do that stuff. But I have so many free stacks because I don't fail stack, so... I've been Lexar 7 times now. For me, a casual playlist too many times. Oh, man. Bro, where's my guy's not messaging me back? Crims is not... He hasn't messaged me back yet. Care Bear KC, hey, that's a familiar name. How you doing? Thanks for the follow, I appreciate it. 4 hammers and 3 con attempts. Oof. 40 to 60 hump is kind of annoying. Yeah, because you got to do Reblath or you're paying a little extra money. I mean, you know, I grind, so like I don't mind but buying the Bosker and the Memfrag to tap that cap. The problem is having enough of it in Empire to do it. If you only have a handful of pieces you're tapping, and everything goes early or everything doesn't go, it could be tough. Tap to try on a 190, then get the stack changed. Oh no. What do you think of all the UFOs being shot down over the last week? I think... political. I think that a lot of it is a distraction because it's easy to get Americans riled up. I think that it's kind of scary that we're not having as much news coverage, or at least... Okay, so I can't tell. This is the tough part. I can't tell if... So right now what's happening? We had that train crash that has all those chloric acids or whatever in the atmosphere into that giant black smoke cloud, and that's not good. And at the same time, we're having all of these random UFOs all of a sudden getting shot down. Okay, we had UFOs shot down during the Trump presidency. We had UFOs shot down during. There's always some weird stuff like that happening where we've done that before. And people are saying, "Why is nobody covering this train crash? This is weird." But I don't know if people are just posting that nobody's posting about it or what. Because I've seen a few news articles about it, and I've seen people talking about it in open forums about how, I'm an expert in this like specific type of medical gas field, and this gas is like really bad. It's going to cause a lot of problems. But then I see other posts where it's like, no, they've already tested the atmosphere and everything was clear. So I can't tell if that's like, the local government lying to keep the citizens from absolutely panicking and causing a massive panic. I can't tell if it's just people posting about how no one's posting about it, and so that everybody thinks no one's posting about it and talking about it, even though I've seen like a million Reddit posts where everybody is actively talking about it. I've heard different stuff, but not any cited sources or real things. I've seen some videos, but I can't. It's so hard now with weird and misinformation. I can't tell if anything's fake or real. If it's just a bunch of people in a area faking that they're the officials that are on scene in like some skit based scenario. Which is great to be skeptical about information, but it's horrible because I can't actually tell. Because I would truly believe that someone would fake that for views, clicks, and ad revenue. And I can't tell if it's like real or not. My personal opinion, I think that there's the news is hyper focusing on it because it's politically charged on the stuff getting shot down, right? And I think that people aren't covering the other stuff because I think that they're just scared to. But there have been some articles posting about it, so it's just tough. It's here, there's no coverage for Ohio. Yeah, that's what was worrying me, but I kept seeing people saying that there was no coverage, even though I did see a few articles saying, hey, this happened, and this is bad. And they're trying to figure out what to do about it. Like, that's kind of it, I don't think it's necessary for people to get in a panic because of an accident. And if they are doing the proper evacuations and stuff, they need to just do what's necessary. Causing a panic is only going to cause more issues and problems and slow down the process of helping the people that need to move out of that area. But I also don't know if it's like legitimate because I don't know anything about that specific stuff that spilled from those containers. I see a giant black cloud of smoke going into a giant smog cloud in the air, and yeah, that looks bad. And people are saying that it's bad, but I don't personally know anything about that. So I'm trusting that people are saying, yeah, it's bad, and hoping that the local governments are slowly moving people out. But I don't look up FEMA information and see if FEMA's actually doing anything about it, or if it's just a local government thing. And I don't think anybody's trying to necessarily cover it up, but I've heard some people say that they're trying to get coverage on it and they're getting detained or arrested. And that's probably because people are trespassing and getting too close. That's going to cause a danger to themselves, so the authorities don't want them to actually get injured because they're liable. They let them cross the scene, you know what I mean? I think it's just people going crazy on both ends, kind of making it crazy. Alright, let me catch up in chat. How big it is, it should be on the news. I just see memes on it. I just think that the local governments need to take care of it. Like, talking about it was an accident, and it's caused by people striking and people, not working, and that is a problem. Meeting those demands is also something that needs to be addressed, and that's another problem. But it was an accident, right? I don't think it was a purposeful thing to injure people, right? So it's tough. The shame was you can't get close to that stuff. The story photos, the ones already tried and got arrested. Yeah, I think it was because they were a danger to themselves, right? In terms of quite literally everything the government says is not 100% true. It's difficult, right? Because there's accountability involved, and there's stuff that they have to protect the people, and the government won't necessarily always tell you the truth because it will cause a panic and cause more problems than it would if they did actually tell you the truth. Like, if aliens visited the planet, which, I mean, the government has come forward on information about that in UFOs and stuff. Like, if the U.S. government always said, yeah, we just tested our new F-bomb pilot that's, it flies faster than you can even see in the air. It's like, I don't think the government wants to tell us about that because then, other governments will know, and then other governments will know that we have this special craft that does a special thing that, they don't need to know about that because it's our own personal defense for our own personal countries. war stuff. So does everything need to be known and public and truthful? I don't necessarily think that's for the best of everything, but I think that there's like a level of what we should know is the things that are affecting us. And that's just like my opinion. I don't. So that order list is not. They're still not going to up the safety regulations, but hey, for 6. Yeah, I've seen people talking. I've seen different claims from people that I have no credited sources if they're actually speaking truth or not. You know, it's not like I have like anybody could just fake a degree on the internet, right? Like, they can just post a picture. Oh yeah, I know things because I'm this guy. You know, I don't know, but people have been saying stuff about how far it can actually affect things. But I don't know anything about this material, so it's really difficult. Black Ace 2002, thank you for the follow. What's the supposed trash, hours, Olin's piece, and what are you at? I think people said that the average is like, what is it, 500 to 700 Olicus, I think. On average, I think we said it was like about 800 hours. On average for the Olin's piece. Is that, I think, what we deemed? I think depending on your group's clear speed, depending on... Why can't I move forward? That was so weird. Depending on your group's clear speed, depending on how efficient you are, depending on what drops you have, it's roughly 500 to 700 Olicus. I think that's what Choice deemed it out to be. Or 800-ish hours, I think. What's your piece count for the ring? I'm currently at about 1,300, 1,400 Olicus, and I am at 1,350 hours. I'm qualified because it came to me in a vision. Yeah, I mean, you can't trust anything anybody says over the internet. But it's like also weird because you can't trust anything anybody says in real life too. Because people could just fake their accreditations, right? Like, there's some weird stuff about George Santos not being who he is, and his actual name is like DeVolder, and there's a lot of weird stuff that's all coming up, and it's like weird. It's like he's a fake alien person, and it's just weird. I don't want to know anything else about it because it's just like, it's just weird. I don't care about it. What's your piece count for the ring? I've been 4 out of 5 for over a year. I've been 4 to 5. I spent all of 2021 grinding specifically Olin's for the Merchant Ring piece because I had all the other ones. It took me about 3 months to get all the other pieces, I think, and then I spent the next year and a half grinding for the Olin's piece. Yeah, my title. It's okay. Not everybody reads the title. It's fine. I've been 4 to 5 for over a year and a half. I was one of the first Merchant Ring grinders that was hard set for Olin's, and now I'm one of the last. We're a dying breed because I can't get my piece. Jakun just got a second piece in front of me. It's the second one he's ever gotten, and it's the second one he's ever gotten in a group with me just the other day, so that was kind of sad. Yeah, Crims, my Shy's not responding. I don't know where he went, so sorry, bud. What's 6 out of 9? The thing in the bottom left of my inventory is called a Fragmented Elviayed. It's a useless item that's just literally... it's like just something you would want to link in chat because it's so weirdly rare, but it's not a useful item. How many people have the Merchant Ring now? 30-something officially? Oh, I think there's definitely, like, more than 30. I technically... I personally consider anybody to have the Olin's piece to basically have a completed Merchant Ring. They just have to put in a few more hours. Even though some people I've heard have been very, very unlucky on the easier spots. It's kind of weird. But yeah, definitely over 30. Definitely less than 70, probably. Are we talking about just North America or all regions? Because I've seen a lot of people have it. Anybody hard stuck on Olin's? All I'm saying is Blanc gets a piece. I'm preparing for the end times. Actually, for real. Just NAU. Oh, gotcha. The time Blanc gets a piece is when the Descendants releases. We're going to go MIA for a while. True. That's that game we were playing, right? That's that game we were playing that we all liked playing. The, that cool shooter. God, that shooter was so good. I hope they really do address some of the momentum issues, and I hope they address some of the movement stuff. I think that having tests like that, where a game is basically complete, but there are definitely some things that only a player would notice to fix, is really, really important. And I wish more game testers did stuff like that early enough so that they could fix it, like, and actually do stuff to the criticism. If they pay attention to the criticism, that game is going to be a really fun shoot 'em up game. Now, is it going to have the same longevity or whatever as, like, Destiny or replayability? I don't know. But I would definitely buy that game to play with some friends of mine, just for some fun. Throne and Liberty waiting room. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Throne and Liberty. I don't know how I feel about... What's that other one? Ashes of Creation. I don't know how to feel about any of these games. I'm at the point where, you know, if it's like something where I'm like gonna play with friends, I'm interested. I'll play. But if I'm not playing it with friends, my W key is like not working. If I'm not playing with friends, then I'm probably not gonna worry about it, to be honest. Because I just have other games that I'd played by myself. Ashes of Flame. I mean, it's in development, right? There's a lot of things that are like looking cool or promising for like long term, but you know, it's a lot of people that care about making this game. Destiny 1 low key skin mechanic like a Destiny 2. Here's the nurturing catch-up mechanic in the pro shop. I hope not. I really hope not. I hope they keep it. I hope the only catch-up mechanic they do is the pots because it's kind of necessary, which they're totally valid in quantifying that. Kind of only Discord or something that people look for parties, and APV seems to be pretty inactive. There's like 4 or 5 discords, and yes, it is inactive. Most people that wanted their merchant ring got it, and now most people have their own private 3-man or 4-man group of their friends that they run with. People don't really post in the discords anymore, because it's just people just rather single grind unless they're going for the merchant ring at this point, or just go Gyphon, because Gyphon is arguably better. You don't have to basically use any elixirs or anything, and you just run it down. Ashkawa still looks bad. Right. I mean, the game's not out yet, so we can't really say anything until it's out. It's gonna look kind of eh. This is like traditional MMO guys. This is like a bunch of 40 and 50-year-old guys working on a game that, like, hey man, we loved XYZ game, and we're gonna make it just like that. So it's like their passion project, you know. Well, they reveal the next new world, all the hype, hard tank after 3 months. Yeah, I mean, like, but that's okay, right? If you pay, you know, 10, 20, 30 bucks for a game, maybe 60 bucks for a game, and you dump like 3 months into it, as long as you're not paying a subscription fee or a battle pass or anything like that, I think that's okay. 3 months, you know, years and years of work for people grinding out 3 months, getting to end game and then quitting the game. Like, hey, you know, that's $60 well spent if you're playing like a few hours every day. And then for the hardcore grinders, if you're playing like 8 hours every day, you know, 60 bucks for that much time invested is crazy. Super worth it. Is it worth it to like get invested versus playing another game? That's a personal choice each individual has to make. The rotations yesterday in Turos. You like Talabar is the best for Pike and Berserker. I don't know the names. Do you have a map? Crimson, are you ready? By the way, my Shy just messaged me. Yeah, I think that I haven't seen a map, so I don't know the names of the rotations for Turos, but a lot of them have Pike Warriors. You just, if you're looking for specifically the Berserker piece, you're gonna need to look for that rotation. Last 3 months is still 3 months fun. Exactly, it's Kari, exactly. I think that if the game is bad immediately, it makes you quit, then it wasn't worth the money. But if you play like 3 months for a $60 game, like, yeah, it sucks the game couldn't be longer, but 3 months, 3 months. Elion Rip, yeah. How rare is this LVN piece compared to the Olin's piece? It is more rare. It is rarer than the Olin stuff. Oh, Shy? Yeah, the one near Talabar? Ah, good one, good one. Yeah, do we have a map? If we had a map, then I could look at that. More rare than the Olin's piece? Yeah, the entire Elviat is 9 individual pieces that all drop from different monsters in 3 grind spots. And there's nothing to protect you from getting duplicates of any of the pieces. That's kind of scary. Okay, I'm gonna start running over. So we can go grind on Olin. It would be so freaking funny if my wife woke up 5 minutes into our grind and was like, alright, let's go play Harry Potter now. That would be fucking horrendous, bro. That one. Let me look. Yeah, just Jordan. It is more rare. So people still do. What is this? Is this a picture of your map? I don't know what this is. Is that the little one with the spiked fence around it? The one across from the NPCs for the quest line? Bro, you're showing me a fucking picture of your map. I'm getting trolled. Oh, dang, someone just messaged me. That's unlucky. Crimson, which elixirs can you do? Yeah, that's from map I gave. True. Also, can you DM me on Discord? You can do any? Okay. Hey, what's up, HQ? How you doing? Yeah, we're back. Boom, boom, boom. Let's dump all this stuff and then just. Let's see. What do I want to run? What party do I want to run? I'll just tell everybody what to run. I've got 180 Griffins, 250 detections. I'll do P1. I'll do P1. That way someone can grab the easy one. So that's detection, concentration. Let's see. Alright. Crimson, your P3. You are P3. Okay. We got that. We got this. We got that. Yeah, I was gonna leave the John Wick funny title in, but I think that people that don't get the meme are gonna be like, what? I don't know. We've had a lot of newer people. We've had a lot of first-time chatters. We've had a lot of people that are. It says they're new to the stream. They may have been lurkers the whole time, but also a lot of new followers. So for those of you that are new followers, if you have any questions for me, please ask. I love answering questions. If you're an old follower and you're just now talking for the first time, thanks. I appreciate you talking. You don't have to, and I never will ask you to, but thanks. Appreciate it. And if you're someone who's been here forever and has always talked, yo, what up? We're gonna go grind some Olins. And Prage that we get the nurturing piece. That'd be cool, right? I guess never time before was up. Hello. What's weird is some people will have never typed anything in chat and it'll say first time chat, and other people won't. So I think it's a mixture of like newer people coming to the stream. But what's weird is that like some people that are newer to the stream already know me too through either association or something else. So I can't tell. We got the buff. Yep. We got the furniture. Yep. Got the just need to redo our other buffs and then we're good to go. We have a server? Yeah, I'm gonna DM you here in a second. I am running through right now just to make sure it is. God, I love how the whole area links together. Like you can go through the upper and lower areas all together in one go. Actually so nice. All right, let's grab these. Let's grab some of that. Grab some of that. Let's get these. Let's grab our dice. Hey, what's up, Kendai? How you doing? After's bundle. And obviously, I have max level node guys, so it should be fine. You know what? Let's if you need a summon, just let me know. And I can summon you. The blonde with short hair? Yeah, I had to cut it because of work. It was horrible. I hated it, but I'm starting to get into it now. I'm starting to like it. But I still hate it. I am ready. Where you been? Oh, you know, I was playing some Lost Ark, and then I playing other games, and then I played Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, not the MMO, the single player game. And just spent a lot of time with my wife. I've been watching a lot of Star Trek. You know, just the usual. Okay, so I don't need to use... I can use one of these. Sorry, I can use one of these. This has to go with a 20 mil template, but these I can just use. Alright, let's go. Looks like we're ready, bro. Let's turn that on. Let's get that on. And, am I forgetting anything, guys? This was on, Agris on, Pets on. Drop that in 20 minutes. I need to pop the scroll. Gonna watch the new Star Trek for the next gen cast? Yeah, I've been watching all of Star Trek. When I say I'm watching Star Trek, I've watched all of Star Trek. I watched it all in chronological release order. So I watched I have watched it all in chronological release order. So the original series, Next Generation. I've watched I watched Deep Space Nine, and then into Voyager, and then Enterprise, and then from Enterprise I have watched all the new stuff. I then watched all the movies again in release order. I watched all the movies, and then hold on, I gotta pop Guild Buffs. Okay, sorry. I watched all the movies in release order. Then I watched the new movies, the J.J. Abrams movies, and then after the J.J. Abrams movies, I watched the new series. And I started with Discovery, which was such a weird... It's so weird to watch a show made in the future, made about the past, made about the future. Because the original Star Trek was so... It's just such a certain look for its time. To see it, like, differently, it's, like, such a... Not bad, not odd. Just it's just I understand they have to make it look good because it's like the future, but it is just so weird. What else? After watching 2 seasons of Discovery, I watched the short treks. Talked about like the story characters, and then I watched the 3rd season, and I'm like, I think I'm halfway through the third season, and now I'm watching, or the fourth season, I think. Then I watched the first season of Picard. Now I'm on the second season of Picard. I watched all of Lower Decks, which was fucking hilarious. I love Lower Decks. I hope they continue making Lower Decks forever. Rick and Morty Star Trek is something I never knew I needed, but it's amazing. No, knock down, knock down, knock down. The only thing I haven't watched is Star Trek Continues, which is a fan series where fans act in it. And I also haven't finished the original animated series. I just never got into it. I never watched it, so it didn't sound appealing to me. Alexa timer 18 minutes. And then what else? I haven't started Strange New Worlds yet. Alexa, stop. I haven't watched Strange New Worlds yet. I was waiting to watch it with my father-in-law. So yeah. That's it. Why does it sound like my music is off? Because it is off. Nobody said anything. You guys been just listening to me app with no music? Cool. That's a lot of Trek? Yeah, I've literally been watching it over the last like 2 years or so, but I got to watch a lot of it when I stopped streaming because I had a lot of time. That's been offhand. Thank you, Thanatos. They're like you. They grinded with Samson a few good times. Yeah, I've been like grinding with Samson, grinding with J-Kun here and there. You know, just kind of chilling. Nothing serious, just having fun with the boys. You know, like I miss playing BDO because I started playing Diablo 2, and Diablo 2's got like a fun grind to it. And my biggest problem was like I'm dumping 8 hours into grinding EXP in Diablo 2 for a character that doesn't really matter. It's just a personal account on a character, and like nobody I know cares about it except for like basically me and like 2 other people. So, like, what's it matter? And so I kind of lost motivation to play it because I would want to just, if I'm gonna grind, I might as well grind on BDO, you know. Narrowly mismatched, still giggle it. Hey, listen, as long as you're happy and you're having fun, that's all I care about, buddy. I mean, I'm arguing, but I'm still Gearlet 305 I would not say Gearlet. Not say that it's a Gearlet. I mean, I guess, like, if you're not 700, you're a Gearlet, but I don't agree with that. I don't know. If you can do a majority of content in this game, then you're fine. But, hey, listen. You enjoying it? That's what it is. Nouver? Ew, get that Nouver out of here. Food 'em. Nouver? Dan's game. Ugh. Actual Dan's game. Thought I just accidentally popped a draw. That'd have been sad. Gonna make a spec attack damage offhand. I'm hard stuck 301 Kunum, get pin black star. Miss my old pin black star. Black star still you're gonna get. Nolan's first reality TV 24/7. Woohoo! I think that they're gonna. I don't think anybody should really invest in these offhands because they're definitely going to change something. I think it's just like at this point, if you haven't done it already, you basically shouldn't because I feel like they're gonna change things. I'm so sorry, guys. Someone had just started messaging me about a bunch of different stuff that is like a long conversation, like 5 minutes into this grind, and I'm not trying to be rude to them. I want to answer their questions and talk to them, and it's just like the worst time for me to get that message. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry if I seem a little distracted. It's on my DP, not gear, and back then people were only 650, so it's worth. True, actually true. Yeah, the greens are gonna get fixed. You should have an exquisite meal on. I should have exquisite, but monster damage. Oh, I guess the monster damage isn't better, right? Because of stuff, right? Back attack. Cap the monster damage. Yeah, I forgot. What was I thinking? I'm so sorry. I'm screwing my group. Crims, if you're watching, I'm so sorry, bro. I'm gonna try not to screw you over the rest of this grind. Okay, now we're focused. Now we're playing video games. Here you, Kappa. Yeah, basically. Bro, is that all I needed to do was swap my food? Now I'm gonna get the nurturing piece? How crazy would that be? Hey, what's up, Viron R6? You think within 1 month there's a new season? Usually it takes like 3 weeks, so yeah, I'd say in another month, probably. But then again, I don't know. Don't they happen every like 3 to 4 months, not 3 to 4 weeks? I can't tell anymore. And where's Wukong? You're not gonna worry, but if you do, you're not gonna do anything anyways. Listen, I only call it a work if I'm really sick to my stomach about getting the merchant room. How did... Oh, he's nuking. Is he nuking? Yeah, he's nuking. Oh, bro. You're better not feeling like grinding? Oh. Sorry to hear that. I love my job, so I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like to hate your job because I've been there. But I love my job. I think that it's a shame that like I just happened to land my dream job, and I feel bad because there's so many people that like haven't and don't know, and like will never know what their dream job is or what they like or what they want to do because they get stuck in one job, and then there's not like people don't make enough money to just be able to try different jobs, and it's like horrible because like, man, could you imagine if like you could just try different jobs and actually still be able to afford rent, make a living, and not like stress out about your next paycheck, you know, going to your bills? Like, that's crazy. Wrong's mobile exclusive release. Yeah, well, it shouldn't be. Currently, want lunch. Don't know what to eat. I got breakfast this morning and it was great, but I don't know what I want for lunch. I want like I've been okay. So we have this thing in Florida called Publix, and I've been eating these things called it's called a pub sub. Basically, they make subs fresh with like really fresh ingredients and stuff, and really high quality ingredients. And honestly, I'm just wanting more sandwiches. Just want I had it like 2 days in a row last week, and now I want it more. What's the thing that you did? Hey, bro, what's that thing that you did for auto eating food and stuff? Big Noah. On your ferry, if you unlock the skill on your ferry it's called continuous care. It can auto use items depending on what level you have it'll do like 1, 3, 5, whatever items. Mine can do up to 12 at level 3. When you click your little potion auto use, this item will appear. You left click it. You can select X out of 12 total things for my fairy level to have the fairy auto use. You select them, you hit confirm, you have to turn it off, select the items, hit confirm, then turn it on, and then you can auto use those items. That's OP. Yeah, it's funny because a lot of content creators were asking PA like, hey, you know, it really sucks to pop a million elixirs in the middle of your grind and then you mess up the times because someone forgot to, and like it'd be cool if there's a feature. A lot of people were talking about making it another rare item grind, like a cauldron or some kind of weird item. Instead, they just put it into our fairy. So they said, "Oh, we don't want to make you grind for it. Here, just have it for free, and quote unquote free, depending on if you get lucky with your fairy." So yeah, it's a really cool feature. Some people didn't get lucky and had some issues with you know, putting money into their fairy just to get it. Free quote. Listen, I had it for free. Yeah, it's a really nice item. Oopsie. So yeah, it pops elixirs. It can pop scrolls, EXP scrolls. It can pop all kinds of stuff. It can pop. It can pop basically any kind of consumable. I tried public sandwiches. I don't know, like Jimmy John's better. Oh, that's so crazy because I hate Jimmy John's. Um, I don't know. It's just not my kind of sandwich, I guess. I know the new skill is out. Oh, the new skill from Magnus? Yeah, the new skill. I press this. I do a cool jump back thing. Or are you talking about the fairy thing? Yeah, so days ago I had one more skill and I hit 10 carat. Nice. Very nice. I got the 12, which is decent. So like I can use 12 elixirs or whatever. I probably should upgrade it if I ever want to do Crypt. Does Crypt use 12 elixirs? No way Crypt uses 12 elixirs. 15. Skill changed up 3 weeks ago. Oh really? To be fair, last time I had Jimmy John's, I thought it was horrible. This is so crazy. Crazy how that works, huh? Back at Olin's. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Back at it again, bro. Hope we get lucky. And comma symbol, so stop. Back. Then you'll get it today. Well, we'll see. I don't even know how long I'm gonna grind today, to be honest. Um, I was gonna just play and stream for 2 hours, but we're already an hour 30 into it. But we're only almost 30 minutes into this, so I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, depending on how long my wife wants to sleep. What I've been getting recently, if I want a sandwich, is a steak and cheese at Wawa's. We had seasoning stuff to it. Ooh, Wawa steak and cheese. Wawa is really good. Wawa is surprisingly um, good. During like November, they had the turkey bowls. Those were really good. I'm just coming back to the game. I haven't played since 2020. I know life from launch 2020. I'm basically Tuvala, Tummy, Dash, and Zerk. The one tap pin black, so nice. So I'm da 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 da. My study. Study? My study hurts doing low grind spots like Crescents, Great Teapot, Ojo Centers. With how spread out is, I think it'll be the same. Never suggest it isn't spamming from pack to pack. Trying to know this is small essay. I don't mind small essays, Big Noah. I love answering questions. Exclamation point grind is a giant spreadsheet that kind of goes over like good and bad spots to go to for different reasons, different AP, different money, different all kinds of random reasons. So if you want to check out that resource, it's one of my favorites that I go to. I'd recommend it. I think the HP pots and MP pots are really good to go for. Kind of gets you established in your grind. But if you don't want to grind, I totally understand that. Spots that are going to last longer for you to kill. Like, you've got Turos and you've got the new winter area. But I don't know. It's been so long. They've changed so many older spots. It's kind of tough for me to... Oh, God, I'm going to get swiped. Oh, I got lucky. It's kind of tough for me to say because I haven't played in the other areas for, like, so long. That was me getting knocked down. Totally lost that. It's been so long since I've grinded in a lot of other areas. It's hard for me to stay. And I don't really have anything on my mind particularly. I would just say going for the pots are nice, and then going and getting your flames, both your, your ice flame and your regular flame, for the Fallen God is important. And then honestly, the biggest thing is just grinding at a spot you like. What is it? History is fun. You can do you combo the mobs, right? What is it? The other one. Dude, I'm blanking on names right now. Alexa, stop. What's the one, like, halfway into Medaya by the Soldier's Grave? The one where you go in there, basically kill more ancient weapons. Underwater's nice. Sorry, my brain is, like, totally fried right now for thinking. What does you do there? What are you spending the silver on? Out of most of the money is in Caphras that went into my gear. When the gloves come out, I'll have 10,000 Caphras and be able to just dump that into the market. I have 26,000 Caphras now. Most of my Caphras were also dumped into my Kudum. Spent about 200 billion silver gambling. I spent about 60 billion silver on the Nuver costume. I spent probably more than 200 billion on gambling because I've been tapping offhand. That was accessory tapping. I also tapped a lot of Blackstar Awakening. I did 30 attempts for Blackstar Awakening and 30 attempts roughly for Blackstar offhand. So whatever the calculations is for Caphras, crons to that in like silver amounts. If you want to do that math, you can. I swapped from Ogre, swapped from Bassi, swapped from Crescent to Tungrad. So between the taxes among all that, that's that. I also have 35,000 Caphras sitting, and I've got 10,000 sitting in my gloves. I'm going to pull out. I've got the 70,000 Blackstones that I've got. What else? Must have invested money. There's the cups. I just spent like 12 to 15 bill on the Vels thing. Vels upgrades. Crystals. And oh god, I spent about 30 billion just to try and get a strike back before they like buffed the prices. Holy cow, bro. That was horrible. Spending that much money on a strike was miserable. And I didn't get it. I then had to buy it anyways. It was absolutely horrible. And then yeah, that was 30 bill down the freaking drain, bro. Oh, it was really good. Oh wait. Sorry, let me cut it. Deathblow is not good for Awakened Zerk. Yeah, that's what I've heard. My wrist hurts on mobile. Ooh, that's tough. I like aioli, grated parm, this, toasted Beverly. Oh my god, it's making me hungry. Now I know what I'm gonna get for lunch. Yeah, same. Underwater? Yeah. Underwater, but you need to beat. Yeah, Thornwood is really nice. I like Thornwood a lot. Kachuga, yes, Kachuga. Pilaku would be alright. That's a one-shot spot. All Valencia's one type of set of history in Kachuga? Yeah, I'd say that, yeah. You just have so much monster damage that, you know. Tiny Times 2 in front of node manage is in front of node manage or in the back wood the better spot for Thornwood. I don't know what the better spot is. I think the one right next to the bridge where you have like there's two packs that are guarding the bridge and you have that whole forestry area right down south of the stairs. I think that's the best spot. I think that if you're going up on the platform, you're only going there like because there's nothing else open. But I like the two areas down. The one by the little like the one down further from that one that I was just talking about, the not the platform but the one down the stairs. The one lower than that, further down the road, is a nice rotation too. It's pretty dense. But yeah. Thornwood bores me to tears. I love Thornwood. It's so chill. I think boring isn't bad because boring, to me, is like chill. Like I'm chilling out, just grinding, vibing. You know, nothing, no stress out. You know. Is Sakraya? Yeah, yeah. I think Sakraya is also. You know, I would live at Sakraya if I was at Zethian status where I had nothing else to do. If I literally finished everything, I'd do what Zethian's doing because Sakraya is the most relaxing spot in the game in my opinion. Gyfin? Ooh, maybe Gyfin. I do like Gyfin a lot. But I haven't put a lot of hours. I think I put less than 10 hours at Gyfin. I also haven't tried any of the LVS spots for Calpheon. 40 PD Rimacus, I don't know what the main one is. I honestly Crescent, I just run around until mobs respawn. Gyfin is too much running around. I definitely agree that it feels like a lot more running around lower Gyfin, but I still like it. It's just so simple. The only thing I don't like is the statue in the middle. I want to find a... I don't know if there's another rotation or what, but that statue in the middle that blocks me from sprinting at the next one is so annoying. Gyfin under is what I'm talking about. Okay, gotcha, yeah. Kind of getting burned of it due to dying from dumb stuff. Yeah, the Flamen being so heavy on the damage is really annoying. Live underground guy visit me. I'm working on it. Listen, I gotta do all my other goals first, and then eventually we can get there. Listen, Utaro, bless me and give me the merchant ring from Olin's, and we can have a conversation about what we're doing next. TBF Dash, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. EXP, so yeah. Well, I'm 65, so it's like EXP is kind of a meme. Oh, I guess I gotta upgrade my gear. I upgraded my gear 7 days ago, guys, but I need to update it again. Let me take a screenshot. And let me edit the command. Tristan, would you mind editing the command to be that one for the image, please? I'm 61. Oh god. Yeah, the XP is probably insane. Is evasion Zerga better? I granted the piece in 30 hours. It used to be. At this point, I don't know if it's any better or not. I didn't run any evasion accessories or do anything. I don't run any extra accuracy. I'm switching to DR as soon as I can. I just have my evasion gear from like 20 million years ago, back when evasion gear actually mattered no matter what you were doing. Now it's like a meme. Like, you only want to run evasion gear on evasion classes, or unless you have some weird specific niche build. For monster grinding, it's been nice to run evasion, but I think we're at the point where the damage reduction is just so much that like it doesn't matter anymore. Thank you so much for saying. I really appreciate it. Got almost 3 classes of 60 in the past 2 weeks. I got from 60. Or I'll be underground guidance for another 8 months or longer. Oh man, I'm afraid to ask for how many hours. Here at Olin's, 1,350-ish. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. Waiting for an event to extract cavers. I was gonna wait too. But I figured I already have so many cavers just sitting that like losing a few isn't gonna be a big deal out of my C14 Kudum, and paying 1 billion silver that I could grind literally in an hour of Olin's, or 2 hours of Olin's, a day of Olin's. I was like, I'm just gonna extract it because I can hold the cavers. It looks good in my inventory. I can put the thing on my Black Star offhand. I need to retag Shy, so I'm hoping for a. Sorry. Whew. What was I saying? Wrong piece? Yeah, technically wrong piece. That's the bottom right side of the LVN. You know your illness? Oh, yeah, it's all good. It's just a duplicate, right? Do you have your green screen turned on because you have holes in you? No, I think I have a shirt that has stuff in it. Should I turn off my... Oh, that's so weird. It's my cat eyes on my shirt. How do I turn off the, There we go. I turned off the chroma key. The drop event ends tomorrow or another week. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be 2 weeks, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm so tired. No worries, man. What was I saying though? I can't remember what I was saying. Sorry, that piece just scared me, guys. My bad. I didn't mean to. I was like staring right at it, at like the spot and the loot as it dropped, and then my character was in the middle of doing a jump animation, so it like kind of triggered me. Sorry. What was I talking about? Oh, yes. Oh, okay. So it was about, I pulled it out of the Kudum, and we're going to swap. We have the free pen chest, so we'll get the boots eventually. But yeah, I need an event to retag my Shy. If we get the Olin's piece... If we get the Olin's piece before we retag Shy, I don't know what I'm going to do. Because I don't know what I want to tag. There are a lot of classes I like, and I don't know. So that's around only 13 hours. Yeah, I'm at 1350 hours. And I want to retag. I need to retag because I yanked the, I untagged my offhand. So I have no offhand on my Shy right now. I don't know if I want to keep the Shy or if I want to get rid of it. I like the Shy. It's simple. I can do it pretty decent. I can do an okay job at being a Shy for like friend groups. I wouldn't do it for any group that actually wants to push numbers. But I don't know if I want to keep that or play something else. I guess the question I needed to ask myself is if I'm going to grind... Dude, my keys like on my keyboard aren't working. What's better, a higher Zerker or smaller? I like the tallest Zerker. Being the tallest Zerker is the best. If you're just small, you look like weird. Your proportions are so off. Because of the muscle mass. Unless you make them skinny, but then you look like even weirder. But yeah, I think that I like trying to think like, oh, am I gonna grind on anything other than Zerker? Well, probably not unless it's a reason. So if we have a tagging event, I might tag the Valk. I might tag a Valk. I don't even have one. I would tag a Valk so that I can grind Crypt. Or maybe a Megu. I don't know which one I want. What's the tagging event? So basically what they do is they make it really cheap to tag a character. Currently tagging costs, like, was it 3% of your gear or something like that? And when you have weapons like Pen Black Stars that are all 100 or 100 bill each or something like that, tagging is like a lot more expensive. Unless they've changed it, which they could have. It's been a while since I've done it. But basically it's like 3%, which means you're paying like probably in total between cavers and everything 5 or 6 bill, I think, to tag your full Pen Black Star build, right? Does everyone that grinds Crypt tag Valk? It's a shield class. It has heals. It has accuracy, a buff constantly. It's just probably the most made for this grind class, in my opinion. Except for Megu, which seems even somehow more broken and able to grind at that spot. I was watching Samson do it literally with ease on the Megu, and I was like kind of getting jealous. Plus, Valks are cool. It's a paladin, basically. Hey, what's up, Best Coffee? How you doing? How long you grinding for? I don't know. Whenever my wife tells me to stop grinding is when I'm going to stop grinding. Because when my wife wakes up, we're gonna go play Hogwarts Legacy together. Valks rise up, Valking. You need to be freed from here. You will get it this hour. Well, we got the Elvia fragments. Probably not. We're probably not gonna get anything else this hour, which is fine. I have accepted it. That's just the way it is, and that's life. I think the bigger the better slots for Zerker, in my opinion. Can you say this maybe the winner? One day. Yeah, I don't know, Serium. I know there's a lot of people, like, what is it? Didn't Sunny grind it on his warrior? Like, he was one brave soul to grind on his warrior. Samson's been grinding on his Megu. I've seen a lot of Zerks grind it. A lot of people do Shy, too. But I'm just scared because I'm lazy, and doing a lazy grind on a Shy sounds like it would be dangerous, but I've only done a handful of like full elixir grinds, and I haven't done it since I've swapped to Narcs. I'd also like to try it when I'm on DR, not evasion, so but that'll all have to happen eventually. But Mystics, the only poolside trash there. I can't play like one of the fighter classes. I'm just so bad at. I just can't. I can't stay consistent with them. Why are you evasion? I have been evasion since it was good back in the day, and I haven't wanted to waste the money to swap back. There was a point in the game where you could go evasion on any class as long as you had enough gear, and it was good because most people didn't have accuracy naturally. We didn't have as much bonus accuracy on classes, and I've just had that gear since then, and I haven't swapped off. I don't want to waste my 30k covers. That too. I just don't want to pay the difference, and I haven't had spare money to throw around to just grab DR gear and swap it around. But I do now. So when the gloves come out and we get a Kafir event, I will extract my boots, put on the Aragons, slap on the new Fallen God gloves, and have a field day. If you wanted to swap, was when you could rip Kafirs without losing them. Yeah, basic. Which is why I've said now that I'm waiting for another Kafir event, now that we've had the Magnus and I got a free piece of DR gear. And the gloves are going to be swapped over to a Fallen God piece, so I'll just go DR since that's what Zerker should be. I feel bad because, like, when I answer that question, it makes me, like, I don't know if it makes me sound more like a boomer or more like an idiot. It's like, well, why didn't you just swap when you should have swapped? Like, it just wasn't really a time for me to, like, choose to, like, swap. And evasion still kind of works at PvE, which is what I do majority of my time. So, no reason to not run basically a PvE build in my perspective, you know? DR and evasion gloves, people say. Yeah, I hope not. I hope there isn't. I hope that PA lets a class be evasion based on the accessories they choose and what class they are and what class passive they have. Adding more gear like gloves and adding more gear like the boots would make it so that if you ever make a decision to go DR evasion, you can never go back. And if you play a class that's not DR evasion, you can't go back and you are screwed. The fact that I can't choose to play a heavy DR class or else I kind of suffer because I'm not running DR. The fact that people ask me, bro, why are you evasion on a DR class, you idiot? It's like, that's because it's too much money to swap. It's too much money to have a whole second set of gear. Now, I know there are streamers that have a whole second set of gear, but not your normal player, which I guess I'm not a normal player either. But like, it's just not worth. It's just not. It's only worth it if I cared about PvP, which I'm not a PvPer either. I care. I'm a monster grinder, so yeah. Have them begs ready? No, there's no way it would be. You'd have to have begs to get begs, and you'd have to have levers to get levers. They're just gonna let you choose which one you get, or let you turn it on or off. You probably are gonna be able to go to like an NPC and just turn the effect on or off. There's no way they would actually make you have to turn in the individual armor piece for this specific piece that corresponds. That would be insane. That would be so... God, that would be so horrible. Pretty sure that's how it's gonna be. Well, boys, guess we're sticking to an evasion Zerker, bro. Because I just don't care. But I don't think that's the way that PA should do it. There's already so much weird, annoying class imbalance. The fact that they had to, like... We have accessories, and we have gear, and we have classes. But then they add a ton of add-ons to classes to make up for the fact that the gear, even if you choose to go full accuracy gear, it doesn't really matter. Because if a class has a ton of accuracy add-ons, then that matters more. Like, there's so many weird... Like, there's so many weird builds you can make and so many niche things you can do because PA is balancing on multiple levels rather than choosing, okay, is the class add-ons going to be good? Is the gear going to be the good thing? Like, does it matter on which one? And then if you stack all of, like, the best in slot things on, like, a best in slot class for the best in slot effect, it's like that class is then absurdly, like, ridiculous versus everything else. Because, like, you know, when you stack it all on one end, it can be kind of ridiculous. It's just so awkward. Weird. Another reason I rerolled Mystic is I didn't want to be stuck evasion. Rerolled off of Mystic, yeah. People are saying, Slots, that when the new Fallen God gloves come out, you have to have the piece of gear that corresponds with evasion or DR that you want to get from the quest line. But I don't know how they would do that because they would have to make a separate quest line for each one. I don't know why they just wouldn't make it so that you turn in the piece of gear for the item itself, and then you talk to an NPC to turn on DR evasion. I think that would be best case scenario. If they were to do something weird like that, they just turn on... There's 2 factions in the new region? Oh my gosh. I think they should just let you talk to an NPC, and the NPC is like, hey, do you want evasion or DR? Okay, I turn on the evasion. There you go. Like, I don't know. Travis, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. The same at the others. 2 helmets, 2 bodies, the same. Lucky Heavy, the new gear is going to have my name on it, unlike my current gloves. That's why I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know until I know until I know. I don't know. What's the also saying is, where's my omen? Let's go. Can't redeem a dab? You just redeemed 2 dabs, bro. Nope. I'll give you a second one here in a second. Are you liking Hogwarts Legacy? It's better than I thought. I thought it was gonna be garbage. I thought people were overhyping it because everybody overhypes everything. Just like that Guardians of the Galaxy game. I thought that was going to be really bad, but I've heard non-stop good reviews about that Guardians of the Galaxy game and how good it was. So I had a feeling that, like, oh, well, any Harry Potter fans are going to just say, oh, it's the best because it's Harry Potter. But it's actually good. I don't like a lot of single-player RPGs, but I'm trying to play it the truest to me, myself, like what I would do, like how I would play, and I'm liking it a lot, to be honest. Um, it's it's fun. It's very interactive. There's a lot of quests. The castle is huge. There's all kinds of like, I've lived in Florida, so I've been to the theme parks and I've been to the Wizarding World and stuff. Um, Here at the theme parks, and it's crazy because they have so many like unique, like there's little areas where you can use your wand if you bought one to like make water shoot out in places, and there's all these different hidden like effects and stuff. In the theme park there's all these hidden like events that you can do as like a fan of the Harry Potter series, and there's so many things. It's all the little things added up, right? And what they do in this game is the same thing. Have all these little things. Like, there's all these little puzzles and things and collections that you can do. And transmog, like just being able to like make your gear look like whatever you want to make it look like, automatically is in the game. They just let you turn on any kind of clothing you want. So if you want to run around in your PJs all day, you literally can just run around in your PJs all day. If you want to wear a specific uniform for the class, regardless of the stats of the gear, like that stuff's automatically on it, which is huge because the worst thing is you got 100 students in Hogwarts looking normal, and then you are running around with a clown outfit because it's all rainbow colors and stuff. It's like, what the frick? I think that's amazing. The magic is really seamless, really quick, snappy. It feels like fucking Batman. You basically have wizard Spidey sense, which is pretty cool. The only thing that's really rough is honestly the thing I don't like is the fucking spiders, bro. Spiders suck. Okay. Spiders suck. Everything's cool. There are and have been some graphical glitches and some system errors. The game has some optimization issues, but like there's like no load screens, right? Between like the places in the castle. You basically like run through everything. It's kind of nuts. And like they have like if you run too fast between certain rooms, they'll have like you slowly opening the door to load the next area, but the preloading is like nuts. It's like really quick and seamless. Feels awesome. So I'm liking it a lot more than I thought I would. I'm probably gonna play it like all week, like I said, because that's what me and my wife are off for, is to grind through it and play the game together and quest. Like we're playing our own game, but we're doing it at the same rate, basically. We're having a blast. I'm loving it. Oh, you gotta stick me out. I'm trying to name my character with numbers and letters. I saw a few people with it, but when I try, I get the message up to 4 numbers can be entered at the end. I don't know. I think you can only have a certain amount of numbers, but you can't have repeating characters. But I don't... Can we have numbers in our name? I thought it was only GMs can put numbers in your name when they revoked a name. I don't think you can have more than a certain amount of numbers at the end of your name, and I don't know if you can repeat it. Now, there are people that have had numbers in their name that, like, if a GM, like, takes your name away, they give you, like, a generic name. But, yeah, my friend has had a 0 in his name, so you can do numbers. I think you just need to be careful which numbers you're doing. There are 3 numbers, but it doesn't even let me do it with 1 number. I can't. That's really odd. You should be able to put a number in the name. Are you verifying the name to make sure it's not taken before you do that? Or is it just not letting you do it at all? It's really odd. You should be able to. I play Hogwarts, but not into the Potterverse. I feel like I'm missing all this stuff in a generic wizard game. There's a lot of references. And a lot of book references. A lot of book nerdy stuff. I don't feel like you'd be missing out. There's just a lot of references. But the game itself is fun. It's like Spider-Man. You know how Spider games really make you feel like you're Spider-Man? Harry Potter really makes you feel like you're, Harry Potter playing in the Wizarding World, going to school. It's Blonde Bear with a haircut? Yeah, I hate it. Feels like an old school game to me. You buy it, you play it last month, and you move on. Yeah, it's a game made to have a single player experience. There's a lot of collectibles you can do that would take a little bit, but yeah, it's a very just single player RPG with a story, and you play through it. It seems like they're going to eventually add more stuff because they keep mentioning Quidditch, even though Quidditch isn't in the game. So I'm really curious to see if like they're going to do like a DLC pack when they make like the Quidditch thing, and then they can do like an online mode. It would be really cool, but guess we'll see. Does your wife play BDO at all? No, she does not play BDO. She doesn't play really any computer games. She's a console gamer. She like plays Pokemon and plays Animal Crossing. Plays some like single player RPGs, but not like a lot of them. She likes Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley and stuff. Yeah, I'm sorry, Puff. I'm not sure why it's doing that. That's a weird issue. I'd try and put in a ticket to a GM, see if they can help you, because you should be able to. There's no reason you should be able to. Which classes are better for high ping and PvP? Not a clue. You know what? I don't know. I do not have a good answer to that because I don't. I. Nope, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna BS the answer or guess my way around it. I do not know. I don't know. My friend who probably a grab class. My friend who's an Australian. He plays a warrior, and I mean it's not like the best player in the world, but probably anything with a grab with more ping will probably be to your favor. Because A, it'll make your opponent tilted, and then they'll misplay more, and B, if your grab works, cool. If it doesn't work, it still bugs them out, probably. Cool DLC would be you participating in the Goblet of Fire, like a Triwizard Cup, proper name for it. Yeah, the Triwizard Tournament would be really cool. They, you know, when you... I don't know if any of you have played it so far, but there literally is the cabinet that holds the goblet, like, in the game. It was actually crazy. There's so many discoverables and references to books, and then also like stuff that's not maybe mentioned, maybe one-lined in the books. But the Warner Bros. Literally like just fleshed out the whole castle. You can run around and run around and run around the castle. It's actually huge. And then there's like it's not just the castle. You also can go to Hogsmeade. Oh, you can't also just go to Hogsmeade. You have the entire there's a world map that covers both the north and south end of like the Hogs Valley or something it's called. Like literally it's like the whole freaking grounds of the mountain valley that this place is taken in. It's nuts. Yeah, Triwizard Tournament expansion, Quidditch expansion or update. Maybe not an expansion, but just like an update where they're like, hey, we've got this in the game now, so play it. Would be kind of wicked. Have you seen the latest movie of Mythical Beast? Yeah. Yeah, we've got the Newt Scamander, Magical Beasts and Where to Find Them, right? Pretty sure that's what it is. Wizarding Worlds. Yeah, I think that those movies are cool. I liked the first one a lot. I liked the direction the second one was going, but I would have preferred more magical beasts. And then the third one, I didn't. I wasn't a fan of the third one because it felt like the plot was getting taken over by political espionage. I understand that's the story. But I just want to watch a guy with magical monsters hang out and do stuff, you know? The fact that, like, he is, like, somehow wrapped up in this, like, grand catastrophe and just it's like, you know, like the Voldemort before Voldemort is like, it was just like, okay, this is annoying, and then nothing gets resolved, you know. The ending was just frustrating in my opinion. I like the movies. I like the design. I like how open they make the world, the Wizarding World feel, because I feel like in the books and in the movies, it feels like Hogwarts is so encapsulated by like just its own existence, and there really isn't anything more. Like Hogwarts exists in a bubble, and that's it. But it's not true. There are wizards all around the world, which makes it weird that like Voldemort was still able to just kind of get away and get around and do stuff. It's an expansive universe, and you know, think the movies did a cool job with like the magic and the creatures and stuff, but like some of the other stuff they didn't do too well with. The magic elements here party don't really see a lot of magic. Right, in Harry Potter, it's not about the magic. It's about like you're learning about magic as the characters learn about it, versus like they're just using magic and you're learning about the beasts. The plot isn't that it's magical. The plot is that the plot isn't that they're using magic. The plot is the magical creatures and the other story and the political stuff. They're just using the magic alongside of everything else, which is really cool because then you see all these other like casual spell casts, in magical things that are like, hey, this is like what the game is and the world is about. Here it is, you know? It's really cool. I like that. The movie series went down bad after Johnny got booted. Yeah, and then yeah, it's just unlucky. The movie felt like there was so much back and forth too, in the final movie where we're like felt like we went back and forth to the same spots 2 or 3 times over and over and over, and it was like really annoying. The characters just couldn't kind of stay put. The actor that took Johnny's spot, though, yeah, it's Mads Mikkelsen. I'm pretty sure, right? He's like one of my favorite actors ever. Mads Mikkelsen is a fantastic actor. He is amazing in everything he does. He just has such a, I hate to say it, but he's typecasted to be the bad guy. He's the bad guy. He is the baddest bad guy. He's just so like the bad guy. He's the bad guy. I love his acting. Everything he's been in, like him, right now, him and Adam Driver are honestly, anything with them in it, I'll watch it just because I want to watch that actor perform. Hannibal? Oh yeah, me and my wife watched Hannibal. We loved Hannibal. Hannibal was really, really good. I mean, a new actor, but it feels so odd to have him after 2 movies. Yeah. I mean, they attributed it to him like changing identities and changing his face and stuff, but like they really couldn't, you know, like it is what it is. Hey, what's up with what you done? Yeah, I just think that I would watch Adam Driver or Mads Mikkelsen do basically anything. I also like the guy who played in Craig, what's his name? Daniel Craig? I'd watch him do anything too. He's fun to watch acting. The Glass Onion and the James Bond series, he is so just fun to watch. I like watching him as an actor. Unlucky. Do you have a clip of your offhand or was it off stream? It was off stream yesterday morning. It's funny because I was going to stream because so what had happened was I got home from work. And I was on video because I AFK fish so I can get energy so I can level my nodes. And also I was on video because I was checking my pre-orders for my costumes and stuff, and just getting that set up before I swapped to Lost Ark because I had Lost Ark raids to do with my buddies, and I had gotten enough costumes overnight while at work that I was able to tap, so I just ripped them open, you know, swapped it over, logged on my character, clicked it, took it, tapped it, it went, and I was like, that's cool. And yeah, that's kind of it. I was just like in a feel-good mood, but it wasn't on stream, unfortunately. I was going to stream, but I just like, because I had to go to bed early because me and my wife were gonna do stuff in the afternoon, hang out, and we had to go to places, so I had to go to sleep. So this, I wouldn't have even streamed that long anyways. I was only up for like an hour or two, but yeah, I didn't catch it on stream. Sorry. But you dropped the distos? Yeah, people have been telling me for a long time that combat damage is more, it's calculated more, it'll do more damage, we're damage capped, all this stuff coming out, everybody's saying stuff, so I said, you know what? Fine, we're gonna go and, not test it, but we're just gonna do it. Because I figured I'd want more DP when I go to do Debo grinding anyways, and it, you know, Narcs are only a little bit more than the Disto, and I'll just switch to Distos eventually if they ever increase the AP caps, but since we're not getting any more AP passive caps like the you know, the bonus stats, the hidden brackets, right? I figured like there's no real reason for me to freak out, you know what I mean? So I was just like, whatever. So I sought them out. It is what it is. Warlock Gaming, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Hey, sister, how you doing? Well, I goes to my 40 taps, I think. Good luck, then. It's just good luck. Good luck, man. Stacking Olins. Well, I like the Odolita grind spots. I like grinding in Kama Sylvia areas. I like the greenery. I like all those spots. And I figured Ash Force is also in Kama, and the Crypt is also in Kama. I'm gonna be grinding Turos and Thornwood. There were so many bonuses to just going Narcs instead, and I was like, you know what, fine. It was a damage difference. When I go kill Thornwood, it is actually noticeable. So that kind of won me over. So, yeah. 309 Kuda with Narcs is better than 316 with Distos. That's what people were telling me. That's why I was like, eh. But then I tested it myself, and I'm like, they're not wrong. That is true. That's actually true. So I was like, you know what? Hey, here we go. We're just gonna do it. What years is this? I haven't seen a Bloomberg camp stream in like 3 years. It's been about 1 year. Less than a year or less. And the Mars Step MP potion piece is stupid. It's the only annoying part about the entire thing, to be honest. It's the only annoying part. Hold on. We need to edit this command. Edit. Year. We need to put today's date or yesterday's date. Oh, I'll just put today's date. There we go. I like to put the date because people know when it's most updated or when it was recently updated. So like if you got a new piece, like I just updated it 7 days ago, and then I hit the Black Star, and then I got the Veil upgrade, and then that was when I hit the Narcs. I was like, okay, whatever. There now since you get the pities from kills as well. True, actually true. Bro, I need to get more water. I'm gonna go refill my water. Be right back. 1 second, guys. Let me go get my water. All right. We'll do probably 1 more hour, and then I think the wife and I are gonna go play Hogwarts. I'm stuck doing the mansion poppies. It's not too bad. You can target the elites. Okay, we are swapping. Three oh nine Kudum double disc over 304 with double narcs, which would be better at Orikama. The narcs. The narcs would be better. The narcs give you so much more damage, and it's scaled higher. Plus, a lot of spots are damage capped, AB capped. So yeah, there's that. Game crash. No freaking way. We're getting grief. I just griefed our grind. Can I do Owens at 306, 390? Yeah, definitely. The minimum requirement for Owens is like it's like what is it? Sorry. 281 Kudum 355, 359 PP, I think. Need seasonal parties to Owens? If you're experienced, you can do seasonal parties with Owens. Yeah, sure. Someone got boosted at 67. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm excited to list my bazillion blackstones. I got 70,000 blackstones. I got. Well, I did sell trash so I can do my narc swap. So I sold a majority of my Olin's trash. I think I've sold about 140, 150k Olin's trash. I think I'm just gonna start selling it again. How do you go about getting your elixirs? I put pre-orders in for the hard ones, and then the ones that I can make, I just make them. It's like Griffins you have to make. You'll never be able to. You might be able to get a pre-order in like 6 months. So I make my Griffins by getting the materials. Half the materials you can buy. It's just the sap and it's the claw you have to buy. You have to go get. So I go and get those myself. For the detections, I go and get truffles myself, and then everything else you can pre-order. You don't really have to get them nowadays. Like if you're brand new and you don't have any elixirs, it'll be kind of tough. I've had stockpiles of pre-orders for a long time, and I basically sit on, if I have 100, if I have less than 100 elixirs, I'm basically trying to find a way to make them if I have to myself. But I pre-order them at all levels. Green elixir, green single elixir, and then I have, so you have green single elixirs, blue single elixirs, and then blue party elixirs. And I just buy blue party elixir. I put a pre-order on all those. So like, for example, nice. I have a pre-order on concentration, detection, griffin, lethal destruction, and then some truffle mushrooms. So. All right, let's swap. Let's go. That's on. What is it? Alexa timer, 18 minutes. Hey, what's up, Archlord? How you doing? Hey, what's up, PowerPod? How you doing? Awesome, thank you for the answer. Yeah, no problem. If you have any other questions, just ask. I love answering questions. I know I sound like a broken record if you've been here since the beginning, but I do truly like to answer questions. I would just hate if someone didn't ask a question and they wanted to. What's more worth, grinding Debos to go for pen or buying a pen ogre or equivalent? Hmm. If you don't have a Debo and you don't have a pen ogre and you can grind the Debos, then it would be better to tap the Tet because the odds are higher. It's also likely that you don't have a fail stack for pen anyways, so it'd be better to just go for Tet. Now, is it more worth it if you're lucky? Yeah. If you're not lucky, you'd probably be able to buy the money, be able to grind the money for a pen neck anyways, so that might be better. But if your end game is to also go for more Debarekas, then you could do that as well. The problem is that when you go for Debarekas, eventually you won't want to tap like the neck that you have equipped, which would compromise your equipped gear. So I don't think that would be a good idea, but that's not something I would do. That's why I haven't done it, but that's me. Eddie Freeburn, thank you for the follow. Appreciate how you doing. Yeah, Archlord, I think I can do about one more hour, and then me and the wife are going to, we got plans. We're gonna go do those plans. Want to go for Pandemic, but don't want to get like 100 villain crons. Yeah, that doesn't sound fun, does it? Just wanted to maybe get a 10 Debos. It's at 1 AP versus the Ogre. Won't do a difference to me. So I'm not hitting any brackets. Yeah, I mean, that would be the case. If it's like, if you don't care about the brackets, you don't need any more AP, it's like whatever, and you're just working on getting the gear as efficiently as possible. If you get lucky, it's worth it, right? But I think buying a Ted Debo is... You can't buy a Ted Debo because it would be more expensive than the pen. But if you can tap it really easily, then yeah, it's totally worth it. What is good in endgame grind? DR or evasion? Against monsters in most spots, evasion is actually pretty strong because you just dodge all the hits. And most of the times you can get like a good amount of evasion for most spots. DR is good in high endgame spots, like Crypt basically, because you are either taking no hits or you're taking full hits, and the full hits are a lot. So in high end game, I think that DR ends up being better, unless you evade everything. And if you have enough evasion to evade everything, then I guess it doesn't matter. But that's, you know, that's what I think. It's so crazy to think that it could like literally be any moment, and it could also be none of these moments. Someone in the there's this collections Discord of people that collect titles, collect knowledge. They go for all the rare items in the game. They go for quests. It's basically a treasure collectible Discord where like people record their data and share information. One person just posted they got their merchant ring at Olin's in 11 hours of grinding there. And you know, I obviously had to post. I posted a sad face, and they were like, "Oh, hey, Blonde Bear." It's just it's so crazy because it could be like, it could be any moment, or it could like quite literally not ever happen. And you know, I try to just ignore it because it's easier that way. Am I not able to get to him? Really? Freaking A, bro. He like was literally invincible through the thing. It's just crazy. I mean, it's RNG's RNG, right? But it's amazing how many people have like quite literally come to the spot and like like haven't even killed enough Olins to get a title. And then there's some people that just come in and they'll do like a zillion hours, right? Crazy. I was trying to feel about the Elton piece. The Elton piece also. I mean, there are people that have farmed years of Eltons. It's actually so weird. It's, you know, it's like weird, right? How could someone get so unlucky for so long? I understand that the way statistics work, for every person that one shots it, there's gonna be some guy that like never gets it, right? But it's just, there's so many people on both ends of the spectrum. It just feels like so odd. Maybe it's just like we just don't have the appropriate data. I don't know. 442 without my first ring piece. Yeah, Ash Butts. That's it's like crazy because everybody at Ash is like, oh, I got it in like 5 minutes, and then I had to do. I did like well, how many hours did I do? I did like 200 or something, and then I got it through trading. I ended up getting it through trading after doing so many hours. I was like so miserable. I was like, no freaking way. 255 hours to complete my ring. Dang, that's nice. It must be nice to not struggle. The amount of money you're saving now, sheesh. That taxes. Harass tier 5 and continuous care 1 per strike. Did 80 hours, had no next drop at Ash, and they got a part from trading. Yeah, dude, that was another thing. That's honestly, that's what I'm most scared about. I guess it's not the worst thing is the dry hours, but the amount of grinding for debos and then you just like getting nothing, which is I guess great because it's more time that you can get the costumes, but it's also not great because it's like more grinding. What I'm curious is, if I ever go for debos, do I hit like a certain amount of necklaces and then go grind money to pre-order costumes, or do I just keep grinding and grinding on necklaces until I have like, I don't know, like 50 necklaces and then go for it? You know what I mean? Like, how many necklaces did Sunny have when he first went for his and he still didn't get it? Like, what was that enhanced session like? Like, how many did he have? He ran out of. He ran. Did he run it? He had prawns, but he ran out of actual things, right? 80? Over 50? Well, I don't think I'd be as unlucky as him, but we definitely. I think I just want to get like 50. You know. Alton took 5 years, but on the side of the spectrum, I dropped the flame for Rush got 3 minutes of grinding. Absolutely motivation killing RNG. It's so weird how it'll go both ways, right? Like the pendulum will swing completely one way and completely the opposite way. For different things. It's just so odd. The Jakin strat is pretty good. 20 and then like 280 outfits. Yeah, I'm gonna do whatever Jakin did. You know, I'm gonna ask him what his strats and numbers were. That's a good idea. Thank you, Kari. Can you do you have me on Discord? Can you DM me that on Discord so I can just like save that? I can just commit that to memory. Gotta get a 10 and then 12 attempts worth. Pendebos, I think. I'm grinding sulfur right now for the last map piece. Good luck, bro. Listen, sulfur is good money now. That stuff used to be the worst. Now they made it like actually decent, so it may be a miserable grind. Grind for Tet Debo and then grinding for a Tet Debo order. And then grinding Ash while the order is up is the best. How much is it? It's like 120 bill or something? Huh. Yeah, I guess money would be easier to make that one. How long did your map take? You don't want to ask that question. If you already want to walk into Lake, then we definitely... you don't want to... How long did your Navarre? I did 50 hours of gathering before there were pity pieces. I did 50 to 55 straight gathering hours. Not straight, but like it was just like gathering. Horrible. It actually would make me miserable. Thank you, Kari. Thank you, I appreciate that. I'll do what I must. Did he do that for both or just the one? Like, should I do that for both? Is that the new conversion or the old conversion for the costumes? It's got to be the new one, right? Oh, I told people how long it took for my map. Yeah. Wait, Derpay, are you more than 50 hours? That was the only thing I've ever been... Other than the Ellen's Ring, I'm pretty sure that 50-hour gathering was, like, super... Like, one of the most unlucky things I've ever done. 50 hours isn't a lot of grinding, but it's a lot of gathering. It's miserable gathering. I also saw his belt attempt that he did for the belt. Well, I appreciate it, Kari. Thank you. I'll just do that for everything. That's a lot of outfits, bro. It feels like I gotta grind more. Only 20 though? I gotta ask him what his stacks were. 197 for the HP pot. Oh my god. How many hours did it take Huntler to do, didn't Huntler do like a zillion hours for the pot thing? Didn't he do, God, what was it? Red Wolves. Didn't he do like a lot of hours there? I remember seeing him there for like forever. My HP pot took over 500 hours. I don't think it was 1,000 hours. But Huntler was at frickin' Red Wolves forever. Blood Wolves? Yeah, Blood Wolves, not Red Wolves. I'm sorry. My brain. 332 hours? Holy frick. No shot. I don't know how long, but he was there for. Yeah, I remember. He was there for so freaking long. It was nuts. It's crazy seeing this community and how dedicated we are to like grinding and the hours and everything. It's like it's so interesting because like in different games it's not like that at all. Like in World of Warcraft or whatever, like yeah, you could say, oh, I've been working on Shadow, I've been working on Thunder Fury for years and I still haven't gotten the drop. But it's like it's so different than like saying like the BDO style grind because of the design of the game. And I love BDO's style and the way they've done everything. It's such a unique game that I don't think any game for a long time is going to be able to match this energy and style. You know what I mean? But I really hope that BDO keeps just putting out more and more just rare grind, weird stuff to do. Like the fact, like the LVI and other things and fun classes. Like, God, I just hope they just keep going. Because I really like BDO. I was like 20-minute weekly. You do for something. Yeah, like you do a quest and then like you're done for the week. It's like weird. Not to lunch, Sandra. Gotta get McDonald's. Don't have time for anything else. All right, you have a good one, Kari. Thank you for messaging me that information on Discord. I do appreciate that. Takes a long time to get the map piece. I'm just gonna relay and quit. Oh, don't do that, FHQ. Listen. FHQ. You get frustrated, just take a break. Just take a step back, take a break. Don't do anything drastic. Just because it's a Western game? I don't necessarily think so. Because I've played all kinds of Korean MMOs and I've played all kinds of... Well, oh, you're talking about WoW, sorry. I've played many MMOs. Nothing feels as like solid as this game and this grind. Like, I like Lost Ark, but I can't play it like I can play BDO. I can do the raids and I have fun with friends, but I cannot play that game like I play BDO. I love World of Warcraft. I love doing dungeons and stuff, but I can't sit there and grind anima power for my necklace thing for my upgrade. Like, that stuff was so boring. It was miserable. It was horrible for a 0.1% upgrade. But by God, I could grind freaking rocks and cows and elves up for hours and hours and hours on BDO. It's just so different. I think it's just the grind being interactive. It's just so calming and chill. It's so good it makes grinding for hours fun. 100%. I feel like some of these games forget to like actually make the gameplay itself the fun part, and just make the dopamine the fun part. And then when like you're like kind of like tired of the dopamine, the game no longer is fun anymore, or if there's no more dopamine to get because you're like full geared or whatever. It's like when you start making ults and stuff, but even then it's like it's still not the same. Like 100%. It's sad that we don't do more like this stuff, For a while after 8 years, BDO back on release, grind and BDO is so much different. Yeah, I played WoW for 15, so yeah, 100%. I know. You know, if a Dynasty Warrior tries to make an MMO at some point, like something like this, that'd be crazy. Do you notice any different with Pen Blackstar? It's hard to say at Olin's, because every group is different. Every group of players that groups together is different. Every playstyle is different. So at Olin's, I can't particularly say like, oh man, I really feel like I'm a Pen Blackstar. But I can say for sure, oh man, that was unlucky that I got knocked down. I can say for sure it definitely is noticeable when I was at Thornwood, like because their health bars are smaller, so I could see the extra damage I do. It was definitely noticeable for them. Just like the Narcs were. Mabel's story is more of a grind than BDO, I think. It was an old one, Lineage, name a few. Yeah, I never got to play any of those, Big Noah. They weren't, for me, they weren't mainstream, or maybe I just didn't get into computer stuff till later on, but I never got to play like any of those games. But I probably would have liked them too, but there is just something about BDO style. Mabel Story is a crazy grind game. Yeah, it makes me kind of sad I never got into that stuff, but my cousins, who were the ones that got me into like video games and computer games and stuff in general, were huge into WoW. Like, I would literally go over to their house on the weekends just to watch them do their raids, while they're in like high school and college. I'm like 12 or 13 years old and I'm watching them raid Karazhan, back in the day, like OG Karazhan, and I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. like that stuff put me so hard onto World of Warcraft, and then you know obviously that's the ones I stuck to rather than all these other games. And I had a buddy from like high school that I played WoW with. Like, you know, we raided through Wrath of the Lich King and ICC back in the day, and that's just what I stuck to. So you so much. Being less come back to BDO was a good choice, but honestly, making such slow progress kill my spirit. Well, change goals. Take a break. Change goal. Go back when you miss going for the other thing, because if you're not having fun, you shouldn't be doing it, right? Like I've learned to change my perspective and grind the things I find fun. I want to grind Olins, but I gotta find a group. So if we're not grinding a group, I'm grinding other spots I find fun. Luckily, the LVI ed spots, Alexa, stop. The LVI ed spots are spots that I like, that I have fun with, and that I'm gonna enjoy and keep playing and grinding in, and I'm just gonna keep doing it, you know? If they weren't fun, I would be doing a different grind. So just make sure you're changing it to what you like, you know? So crazy getting 6K Legion in 3 weeks in MapleStory. I don't even know. I don't know anything about MapleStory other than people say they grind on it and it's 2D. That's all I know about MapleStory. MapleStory 2 hardlocked Prague and ended up killing himself. Yeah, kind of sad because that game could have been that could have been the BDO counter. Another crazy grind game that would have been good. Be like getting to level 61 on 40 characters in BDO. Oh my god. I was freshman in 2005 when I first played WoW, and I got me hooked in MMOs from there. Same. I can't really even play single player games. This Hogwarts game is the only single player game I've been able to play for a very long time. The only game other than that I've been able to play was Knights of the Old Republic, the Star Wars game, the single player RPG. Only because I've heard so many good things about it, and I've got Knights of the Old Republic 2 downloaded. And I've got like the mods for the story and the like appearance for it downloaded. I just haven't taken a moment to play it. I haven't taken a week off to just grind it out. We'll be getting there. Legion main on 1.5 months and like 6.6k. Jeez. It was a while ago, so I guess not so sure if it's better now. Interesting. Can't play a game unless I'm beating another player. Only way is fun. I blame MMOs. Yeah, I think that's how I am too, Millsap TV. There's something about like having online progress against another player. Not that it's necessarily me beating someone, maybe, or being better than someone, but the fact that there's somewhere to measure myself, and like having friends in that as well also makes it a little bit easier, right? Like the fact that like I'm playing and my friend is playing, and we can kind of motivate each other to continue progressing in this thing together. And matching our progress, something like that, just like really pulls it for me. Walked in that one, yeah, you did. It's just tough. Like playing single player games for me, it's like for a narrative experience, I would just rather watch it. You know what I mean? I've watched Let's Plays that basically were like TV shows for the narrative, right? I like watch it literally just for the story, and that was it. I would watch it for that, and that's what would be the whole point, and I would enjoy it. Like I watched God of War because I don't have a PlayStation. I'm not gonna play it on the PC. I watch people play God of War, you know, just to get the cutscenes and the story and everything, and it was freaking fantastic. And I don't have to spend $500 on basically a, you know, machine just to play it. Did the same thing with God of War. Like I wanted to play it. I played through all the God of Wars back in the day, but I didn't have a console, and I didn't want to dive into it. And it's like the fact that I could like grind a BDO or any other game and like watch someone else play through it and get the same kind of experience, because it's basically a movie where you press a few buttons here and there. It's like that much of a cinematic experience. It's like that's enjoyable to me, which is like so weird, because when people outside of gaming ask me, they're like, so you watch someone else play a game, what's the point? It's like, how do I explain how do I explain it's like watching a show? And they're like, well, why don't you just watch a show? And it's like, well, I want to watch this show. I specifically want to watch this game. Like I have coworkers who are mothers in their like 40s and 50s, and they're like talking about their kids playing Fortnite. I'm like, I don't understand. He watches the Fortnite, but he doesn't play it. He just watches other people play it. And I'm like, I really don't know how to explain. Like, it's like, what do you watch on TV? What's your favorite thing to watch? Why do you watch that? Why do you like that? You know what I mean? Like, that's it, you know? So you watch sports? Yeah, yeah, right. That's the only way I can really explain it. Like teams, basically, or some kind of like cheering someone on, being someone's like, you know, kind of not cheerleader, but you know what I mean? Yeah, but it's tough to explain to like people that aren't in the like arena stuff, you know. Only the LVI thing was the cat. If only the LVI thing was the cavers you needed and not the pen armor. What do you mean? You only need the LVI and the Caffers. You don't need a pen armor piece. I hate to play games that do that God of War thing. Stop the fight and tell you to hit Y and X at the same time. Oh, quick time events? Yeah. Quick time events is just a way to get you to like not be just watching a show. As long as I don't get why people watch the NFL. Yeah, it's tough explaining to like some of my boomer moms coworkers, but you know, it's also really hard because I'm 30 and trying to explain to them, trying to like they're like, but you're an adult. Like, yes, but listen. I may be 30, but like, hey, it's video games and stuff, you know. My thing. I did BDO, but I also grind at the same time. I mean, I think that BDO is part of like being in the community. Like, you're not watching my gameplay and being like, "Ooh, yeah, he's really killing that monster." You know what I mean? I mean, it's more about the conversation we're having. Like in BDO streams, I'm like, if I tune into a stream, like, it doesn't matter what they're killing. It's if they're talking and having a conversation about anything I'm interested in, is basically going to be the thing that keeps me sticking to the stream for more than 5 seconds. I will literally go and go and go and go and go and just like hop stream, hop stream, hop stream, hoping for something. I don't know, just interested to catch my my ear for conversation. Oh, I am hungry. But it's tough. I feel like it's tough because a lot of people in the video category kind of have to like keep, you know, if you got like a bunch of questions being asked constantly, you can kind of keep going. But it's like if you don't have like anything really interesting to like kind of talk about or bring up, man, it's kind of tough sometimes. You're like dry for something, you know. You could talk about anything, but it needs to be it obviously needs to be something that I guess you're kind of interested in or that would be a good conversation. But man, sometimes I'm like brain dry and I'm just like can't come up with anything. I'm just like vibing for the mood. You know that one homie in chat is rough streaming the game? I definitely think it can be tough for sure. It can be tough. But if you're a yapper, you know, on certain things, or if you're easy to jump from like individual topic to individual topic, then like I mean you kind of got it in the bag. But it can be tough, especially as a new player. I feel like as a streamer and a new player, it's crazy because you gotta have so many freaking questions. And I'm inept in this time we chilled. Awesome. Yeah, as long as you got someone that's just kind of vibing with you, it's not too bad. It's being chilling. I have no idea what is the timer left on this hour because all my buffs are absolutely out of whack. Alright, hold on. We did 22 elixirs. We got 30 more minutes. Or like 15. No. Yeah, we got 30 more. She's like, can't All my buffs are at weird time intervals. Alright guys, here we go. Get the ring. Nope. You track how many caverns you get before the piece, or having nothing to do with it? I was, and then I sold some to buy gear. And then I was keeping all my trash for a little bit, and then I sold it. And then I was keeping... I was keeping track of my hours, but then I stopped. So I have a rough estimate of some things, but I definitely don't have total amounts. The only thing I haven't really touched is my Alucus. I have about 1350 in the bank, and then I used about 100 back when I could sell them for like profit. So right now I have 1335, and I sold about 100, so I have a 1435, 1440-ish. Something like that. I was keeping trash for a while, sold it. I was keeping cavers for a while, but a lot of the cavers I put in my gear. So there's really no metric other than my Alucus. But even then, it's like, Alucus is a tough metric. Some days you'll have zero, you'll grind for 5 hours and get 0 Alucus, and some days you'll grind for 5 hours and get like 10, 15 Alucus. Oh shoot. So it's like a okay metric. Looking at the downtime note, and it shows 13 events ending tonight. Really? Oh yeah, it's the 15th. So it's the season. It's all the Megu stuff. Yeah, season, Megu, all the rewards, all the bonuses for all this stuff is ending for sure tonight. Yeah, Blargan, I haven't really been keeping track of anything. I got flames, and I've got all these Elviad pieces, so like that's kind of something if you care about those metrics. I was keeping track until about 1,230-ish hours, and then I stopped keeping track, and I've just been grinding on and off the last few months, doing hours here and there, and roughly like 1350. If any of my numbers seem weird, it's because when I counted Olin hours, I was counting like the original Olin hours when the spot first came out, and we were doing like very low trash per hour. I basically kept track of all of those hours. And when I say keep track, I just counted an hour when I grinded. I didn't like actually calculate trash per hour and all that stuff for it. You know what I mean? I was just calculating. And so like between mediocre groups, very garbage groups, decent groups, good groups, I just counted up every time I got a number. I didn't like track my progress or anything. Age like 150 fails on enhancing or 200 hours of grinding. I guess I'm tracking it for mental health. It wasn't so much that I was just like really wanted to play Lost Ark when it came out, so I thought I'd get the ring by then, and I didn't. And so like I would grind an hour here, an hour there, but then that kept happening, so I kept grinding and I kept grinding, and I never marked anything. So like now that's why I'm saying like I think I'm roughly at about 1350, 1,350, because I've been grinding a lot more. There was like 2 or 3 days in a row where I did like non-stop Olins all day long, so I'm just kind of guesstimating based on my Alucuses and based on like how many hours I dedicated each day. Going for the Rich Merchant Ring? I've been going for the Rich Merchant Ring for over a year and a half. I have all the pieces, and I'm only missing Olins for basically a year and a half. So yes. You going for the potion stuff for me? Yeah, if you don't like the potion spots, it's definitely not going to be... It ain't good. Potions can be tough. The compass and the map are the real test of, like... Can you do it? You know what I mean? Because I've seen people that have gotten the best of both worlds, right? I've seen people that get their compass really quick. I've seen people that have grinded for the compass for literally since the game came out. Since the spot came out. I've seen people get the potions really quick. I've seen people grind and grind and grind for those potions and just not get anything until the pity pieces came out. Same thing with the map. I think Ghost Drags is at like he did like over 1,000 hours for the map or something like that. Versus you know, I did mine like less than 100 hours. So, decent nice. Hey man, noob here. What elixirs you use? I think exclamation point elixirs. I think that is. I think that command still works. Is shy needed for the spot? It is not needed, but it is probably a good thing to bring. You will not make optimal trash without it. Let's just say that. What's the hard piece for the map anyways? In my opinion, Pila Ku is, because the mobs are really weird. First you sucked, 2 seconds. Second set of pots was not bad. I did not have fun with Pila Ku in that grind. Did you get your Paddocks piece? Yes. I got that a long time ago. They didn't introduce the punishment pity, I would never do it, but they did, so I am. Yeah, they figured that because it was such a useful item for every player, not just super grinders, they were just basically like, yeah, maybe we should make it so that it's easier. And normally I'm a very against pity systems, because you basically screw over everyone in that process. But their reasoning for doing it was logical. I just hope it stays to just those. Because if we introduce like pity systems for everything else, it'll be kind of it's just a pity game. Bro, I'm getting knocked through super armors and son of so unlucky. Let's go. Wait, what is this song? You don't know the name of this song? Come on, you know this song. Wait, is there Nolan Daly? Yeah. Come on, you know it. Just think, Strat. Think. It is not from Wind Waker. I mean, it probably is in Wind Waker, but it's not from Wind Waker. It is not Final Fantasy. Come on, guys. You got this. Think. Sounds like Zelda to me. Zelda's got a lot of different songs, but which one is it? Come on, Strat. You got this. Just think. I'll give you guys the name of the game, and you can guess the music from that game. It's from It is from Ocarina. There you go. Ocarina of Time. Yep. It's from Ocarina of Time. Is the originator. Good luck on guessing what song it is. Hey, what's up, Board? How you doing? It's Ocarina of Time. The name of the song is not Lost Week. Not Lost Week. Not. It was Zelda's Lullaby. I'm currently with Tech Crisis and Pankabusha Ring, which both give 17 AP. Should I get a Tri-Ogre for 2 bill? You get a Tri-Ogre for 2 bill since it gives a lot more AP? A Tri-Ogre? So the Ogre ring is not a ring, it's a necklace. The Tri-Ogre ring is a necklace. Even though it says it's a ring, the ogres are like big and giant. So their ring on their giant finger is a necklace for tiny little humans. So I would recommend it if it's better for your necklace slot. That is such an innocent question. You're not dumb. It's literally called an ogre ring. You are not dumb at all. If you went to the market and typed in the word ring, hey, listen, you just followed what it said, okay? You just search up Ocarina of Time and this is the song it plays? Yeah, it's Zelda's Lullaby. It's like the main theme song. You know? It's like the song you play for basically everything. It's played throughout the whole game. Kind of like, oh. Because it's funny, this song came on last week when I was streaming, and I said the same thing. I said, oh my god, what's this song? What is this? I can't remember. It sounds so familiar. I did the same exact thing, and then when I pulled it up, I was like, oh my god, how did I not know? So dumb, and it's the game's fault. It's funny this. What's our timer? My buffs. I upgraded my God Ayed to try. Why can't I sell it? Is it tagged? Catching off hand? Thank you, Penrilitter. Thank you. Yeah. We got in like it's like 25 or 30 attempts roughly. We got just on par. Yeah, 100% duration. It can't be tagged. You can't have a Garmoth heart in it. Are you doing Olins every day? No. I'm not doing Olins. I'm doing Olins basically when I can get a group. This week, I wasn't supposed to play any BDO. I was supposed to be just hanging out with the wife, but she was sleeping. And I said, hey, are you going to wake up so we can play Harry Potter together? She said, no, I'm going to sleep. You can play whatever you want until I wake up. So I am posting a bunch of Discords. I said, hey, let's go grind Olins, and here we go. And as soon as this hour's over, I'm going to end stream, and I'm going to go play Harry Potter, Hogwarts, whatever with my wife. That's the plan, Stan. So let's pray we get a merchant ring. Maybe if we get a merchant ring, we don't end the stream. Looping the creator, thank you for the follow. I appreciate how you doing. I'd like to be doing Olins every day, but it's just hard to make a static because my schedule is so just not normal. But I'm trying to do Olins as much as I can. Because the sooner I get this ring, the sooner I can get back on track to playing the video game. Did you guys play? Set up right next to each other? Yeah. So as you can see on my camera, like this is my setup. He's right behind me. We sit in a Discord call and we talk. We talk to each other, ask questions. We're like roughly at the same part in the story. I think she's a little part ahead of me, but I've got more side quests done. So we're kind of progressing at the same rate, trying not to stay too distracted. You know, just playing like while talking to each other about it. It's really fun. Any tips on learning Olins? Is a shy striker? It looks intimidating. I would definitely. It's really not the best advice, but I would recommend grinding in Odalita, grind Turos or Thornwood. Get those Ibidor scrolls and learn some of the animations of the golem. He does like the same damage, not the same damage numbers, but the same type of attacks. If you have a patient group of friends that doesn't mind like learning with you or whatever, or you just want to summon it all the way to the end and have some friends kill the first few waves, you can learn some of the moves from the golem and learn where the damage hits and where you can block it. Basically, after every attack, I always just S-block. So, like, you'll see me just literally just S-blocking randomly, like, there we go. When I was learning, I do that a lot. Now that I'm a little more brave, I don't, because I've got, like, a pocket healer shy, and also I got a lot of gear. Trusting your blocks more than your iframes, in my opinion, works out, but some people prefer their iframes than their blocks. Honestly, the best tips is always be on its back, always S-block. You saw me S-block that again. It's just so natural, I don't even think about it. The kids also do a lot of damage, just as much as the golem. If it's red, don't stand in it. Always S-block after an ability, like this. Yeah, it's really tough to give tips. I could like narrate an hour of grinding. S block. There we go. Basically, anytime he's about to just land, I S block and then go back to just damaging. If you hold your block for too long, you're gonna drain your block and then it's not gonna restore, and then you're gonna be screwed for real when stuff hits you. Can't block anymore. Yeah, I mean, like if you're geared and stuff, but if you're new and you're scared, then like you're not scared, but just nervous. It's just best case scenario to do that. How much Elicus are you already? About 1420, 1430. And Eric, I need to invest in a Morgan Freeman bot. True. Yeah, I thought we were gonna play that way, Kari, but like we both wanted to actually play the game, so I was gonna just buy it for her and play it when she wasn't playing it. She wanted me to play it with her together, like at the same time. So I said, "All right, it's Valentine's week. We're gonna do whatever you want." And so yeah, here we are playing on our own. Be a shy, easy groups. Most only care if you buff. Easy clap. Yeah, most groups won't care if you actually do damage as a shy. Even though you should. Shies do a lot of damage if you do it right. But keeping all your buffs up is the biggest thing. You do the tips, you get the scrolls right. The scrolls are just a way to get like to learn the patterns and stuff. But if you just want to run in, if you got enough gear, you can just run in and go and try and do it yourself. But the elixirs are obviously a massive game changer. You like need the elixirs. They are huge. And just like learning the animations is kind of a big deal. Learning what each of the attacks are, like the nuke or the big hit, longer and shorter animations to when you can like really push your damage versus when you can like kind of like hit everything else and not worry about it. Actually, I should get one loop on average. In one loop on average, it's like anywhere between 700 to 1K depending on the group. Because like ideally you're looking at 35 to 4K an hour for like a decent, really good group. Your end game pushing group. I think in ours we're making like 600 to 700 in this group, but I mean it just depends on your group. Depends on like how familiar you are with each other. I'm not the best shy, so when I shy it's usually not too good, but if I have like some crazy DPS it ends up being decent. I'm not a striker, so I'm definitely sandbagging this group here. Figure out the weight. Oh, ooh, man, I don't know. Yeah, about 600 to 1,000, depending on your group quality. But you grind for an hour, and your maids are 1520, so you should be able to just drop the trash. I mean, you go by your horse every rotation, too, so you can just drop it off on your horse. You have to jump off your horse when you usually fly across to the second part of the Olens, too. You know, it's pretty good at Olens. I don't really know too much anymore, Satisfied. Everything seems pretty much decent. If you're doing bank attacks and if you have all the light stones and you have all the shiz nowadays, I feel like most people are just doing like, and they also got the new elixir, and if you're using the right food, like I feel like everybody's basically just doing damage no matter what. So as long as you're a good player, I think you kind of can do whatever you want. Really good for ultra tryhards. Yeah, I haven't really been keeping up with ultra tryhard groups. I'm kind of just a casual grinder, to be honest. Like, I'm hardcore in the sense that I'll do it for a long period of time, and I'll do it for many, many hours. But I'm not hardcore in the sense where I'm, like, a hard-pushing expert, like, oh, we gotta nail every mechanic 200%, never stop damage, you know. I'm hardcore in that sense, or not that sense. I'm hardcore in the other way. But honestly, if you're, you know, if you're comfortable on your class, that's, like, the biggest thing that matters when you just play that. Apparently is a 6.2K group had a Nova. 6.2. That's nuts. There's no 6.2K group. Well, I don't know. 285 Wusa, where do I grind? Donatulus. Exclamation point grind. It's a giant sheet. I'd recommend checking it out. It's a giant grind Excel sheet that goes over many, many different spots for different AP, DP, different like EXP, different money, different everything. So I'd 100% like check that out. That would be... That's my main resource that I go to when I'm checking it out. that has like just so much information in there. It tells you like different grinds, what to grind for. Different, like it's really comprehensive. We eat the extra hard at forest. Ah, okay. Yeah, most of the groups. So the way that it works, strat, is that the groups that are doing extra trash like that, like really really hard extra trash, they're pulling as many babies as possible because the goal is to get as many individual mobs as possible. So like they will pull like this thing over. There's like a mob that's across the street that some people will pull. Like I've seen a lot of groups doing these like in between the phases where you're waiting like iframes and stuff. People are like trying to add as many individual mobs during like the 1 second iframes as possible. So they'll pull and chain pull, they'll pull golem to golem and different stuff, which is fine if people want to do those strats. It's cool, but I'm like, for me, I'm just like, I just kind of want to get my ring and get out of here. I'll grind here if friends want to go grind and do stuff and have fun, but um, the amount of like, it's impressive for the feat itself, but like doing it is just not like, I don't think it's worth it. But it's cool and impressive that people are doing crazy high hours, or people do like these crazy arm hours where they'll kill like a zillion arms or whatnot. Yeah. Too sweaty? Well, I mean, some people like to go to the gym, you know? Think of it that way. Some people like to try and work themselves out once a week for an hour or two, or once a day for an hour, you know, and then go back to casually just living. Everything's worth it except for maybe 4-star because it's a bit too much. I mean, if you know, to each their own, right? I'm just chilling in casual grinding. I would never push any of my grinders to like anybody in my party. I'm not gonna like ask them to like go freaking crazy and sweat. We're just chilling and doing it normal. No big deal. We'll get a lot of money either way. It doesn't really matter. I go to the gym, but you can show your brain off for that at least. It's not a way where we stand at X location and pull the starter works out. Yeah, I mean, people were doing that for a while for the fists because there was a weird period of time where like a lot of groups were not killing the fist in one rotation. But now that they've kind of changed shies and buffed shies a lot to like have the minute long buff, and like shies are learning that they actually can deal damage. There was a lot of shies that weren't doing a damage rotation for a while. It's actually super awkward. There's just so many changes and so much damage numbers, percentages now that we have. It's different. Romantic Flight, one of the best soundtracks in the movie, period. Oh yeah. If you get more money, it's even better. Right. But I think that like if you're putting in 3 times the amount of work for 10% of the pay, 10% more pay, I think there's like a cutoff where it's like that's not worth it. I would rather work 100% normal to make the less than 10%. Less than 10% less than what I would. Like 110% for 300% is not worth it, in my opinion. Now, is it really 300% if you do it so much that it's like casual work? Then maybe not, right? Going 3 to 4 is 100 mil. Yeah, again, it just depends on your gear, your group, and is it casual to you or not. If you guys always do that hour like that, then it's your casual group, right? It's not really sweating anymore. But I wouldn't expect a random group to go in here doing it, right? All these groups that are doing these crazy high hours are people that have like specifically done this with each other for a very specific way. It's like doing it with your buddies. It's not like an average group is going to do that number ever. It's just not going to happen. When you're looking at normal people, normal average is like 3 to 4K, and like a really good group, really high geared group, would do like 4.2. Feels pretty casual to be honest. Yeah, again, it just depends. If that's your group, totally. But I would never expect a group of randoms to do something like that. Like not saying that Archlord and Crims are randoms. I know them, but like I've done a handful of hours with Arch. I think I've grinded a little bit with Crims, but we've never done anything together like that. And different groups run different strats, you know. A lot of like high profile Olin groups. Or they're just like in their own Discord doing their own thing. Can someone turn the sun off? It is bright. Yeah. Well, we got these. What was that? And these blinds, but like, all it does is block the harshest part of the sun. It doesn't actually block the light. Lost. If you told your All Lucas account, I was wondering how many you're on already. In my bank, I have 1323, but I sold about 100 of them back in the day. I crafted and sold 100, so I have 1323. Whatever's in my bank plus 100, so 1420. Got the switches in my house. Yeah, thank you. The sun is way too bright. Holy cow. I'm not used to it. I'm a night person. I only go out when it's pitch black outside. I love it. My eyes aren't used to this. Alright guys, we got 6 minutes on the hour. Is it happening or is it not? What are we doing? Just started using Suck Zerk for PvE. Class is goated. Yes, it is awesome. It's awesome and it's fun and it feels good and it looks good. It's kind of the best, in my opinion. Love the movement and the damage, and yes, it's fun. Yeah. Yeah, it feels... The Suck Zerker quite literally feels like a Berserker. It's how a Berserker should feel in basically every game. Crystal presets account wide now? Yeah. You just have to make sure you apply it when you log into a character. Yeah, it's like... You know how Spider-Man makes you feel like Spider-Man? It's like Zerker really makes you feel like you're a Berserker. Literally, would imagine to be running around smashing. It's funny because it didn't always used to be like this. Basically, Suck Zerker, when it first came out, like they did like some damage buffs and stuff. But we didn't have like this beast form, and then they were doing like some class changes, and they're like, you know what? Let's give them like the beast form, but let's make it like all the time. So we have like discount beast form, and it's fucking awesome because it changes all the abilities and everything gets like different, and everything's amplified, and it's freaking awesome. Thematically, it's just so cool and fun. It's like I had no idea I would want something like this in a class, and then they made it, and I was like, "This is crazy," because this is exactly what I want. The best thing in the game. It's just crazy. It's crazy. It's like they pulled something out of my brain I didn't even know I wanted and gave it to me. Because I've been playing Zerker since the game came out, right? So like, when Suck came out, I was like, this is amazing. Spin to Win is like my favorite thing, and like they did that, buff that, and then give us like claws and other cool abilities, and it just is fun. It's all fun. Someone said Zerker, fun. When is the transformation class? Class that do transformation, not permanent transformation. Yeah. Is Awakening still the preferred large scale spec? Did my internet just go out? Yeah. Awakening's still large scale because of just the range and stuff. Some Zerkers do Succession. They like, 200%, bomb. It's definitely possible. You're kind of like defending backline stuff, but yeah. Awakening is good in everything. Yeah, Awakening is kind of just well-rounded overall. You do both. The cannon range seems crazy. Yeah. Not grinding. Yeah, well-rounded in all PvP. I mean, some people like the grind. After going from Awakening and then learning to play Succession, I don't think I'd ever want to go back. I don't think I would enjoy it. Because I really, really, really like Succession. Megu, I don't know, my friend got me onto it because I've been bored of everything. Zerk was the only thing I never tried. Really? Well, I'm glad you're trying it out, and I'm glad you like it. Hopefully there's another season soon, and you don't have a lot of good gear on it, hopefully you can get a bunch of gear on it and really, really like it. It's just fun. It's just so fun. It's all about fun, you know? It's fun, but it's too ugly. Get a bag. Big beefy boys aren't ugly. Yeah, what the heck? Being ugly. Can't we get an outfit to show on it? Yeah, it definitely kind of. It's kind of weird that there isn't like an option to turn off the beast form if like you're a person that doesn't want to see it. Like, not you can't just get the buff. They have to change all the animations and stuff. It kind of sucks. But WC been trying to find some classes. Is Lawn on console? It seems Lawn is slowly falling behind. I mean, it's still good. It's not terrible in any means. It's just that everything else is kind of getting adjusted to catch up, you know. So it's different. No, I don't want to turn it off. I just wish you could put a different costume on the beast form. You know, there's a lot of other costumes that would look sick with the beast form look. You know, you just take off some of the armor pieces, but still keep like the legs and stuff on. From longer, like 30 seconds, make the buff 30 seconds. Oh my god. I just wish you could have like different, I guess, cosmetic additions to it. At least customize the beast form. Yeah, like we can't dye it or anything, right? We can adjust our normal character, but the beast form is still the beast form. Turn off your fairy. Turn off your fairy. Bright neon pink beast form. You know how sick it would be to see like a Tron soldier coming at you, like neon blue or neon red, just zooming with the neon red like bike thing behind them. Got, like the bike line from Tron. Hi guys, here's our last golem. No merchant ring today. Unlucky. I guess I'll have to get it another day. Let's see a mint green ghillie suit. No merchant ring, guys. We didn't get an Elvia yet. That's anything. Do we use Zerk hard to learn? It's not hard. It's just a lot of different button combinations as well as the it's just a lot of button combinations on top of all the succession stuff. Do you have any piercings? Ring? Yes, my ears are pierced. Oh, crap. Does he have a higher APM than Suck? Yeah, there's a lot more constant boom, 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 boom. You're basically The fun thing about Zerker is even on Awakening, you're like constantly just pressing buttons and doing everything that's on cooldown. But it's fun. Oh, mercury pieces. Do I have any pieces? Oh, not pierces. Yes, I have all 4 mercury pieces. I am only missing the Olin's piece. I've been missing the Olin's piece for like over a year and a half. I'll show you all my mercury pieces here in a second. Kingpin distos are worth? Right now in the current state of the game, I don't think so, unless you're sacrificing it to get like more accuracy stuff or more like if you're getting that AP there to get more stats elsewhere because of the AP caps and different stuff like that. These are my mercury pieces. These are all 4 of them. So yeah, that's that. That's that right there. Okay, what are we doing? Blackout 518, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Did you get really lucky in the other pieces? I don't think so, Donatulus. Let me see. On Paddocks, I would say that was unlucky. On Ash, I would say that was unlucky because I've seen lucky at Paddocks would be in 3 hours. Like one of my partners got it in the first 3 hours. Ash would be in the first like 50 hours. I've seen other people, so like I'd say it's either average or not or high. Upper Sakraya was definitely lucky, but I did do like 400 of Lower Sakraya before trying Upper just to get a piece. So that's kind of up to you to decide. If you don't want to count any of my lower hours, that's totally legitimate, since lower is like not, you know, it's not the same. It's not lower has like 1 Elmer mole per rotation. Doesn't really count if like you're going for it. And then Crypt was fairly easy. I went there to grind with a friend and we got it really quickly. But the 160 trading kind of sucks. The Olin's hours aren't updated. The trading's probably up to 450 now, and the Olin's hours are up to 1300. Lower just a piece? Yeah, the Elmer mole. The lower Elmer mole can drop the piece. Thank you for the hours. No, thank you, Crims. Thanks for coming along. I appreciate your time and filling our group so we can grind. Otherwise, I would have just been at Thornwood still. Guys, I gotta head out. My wife's up and awake, and I'm hungry, so I want to get some lunch. And it's time to play some Hogwarts. So I'm gonna head out and end the stream. I have no idea when I'll be streaming again. Basically, whenever I have time, I'm gonna stream. And when I, you know, when I'm hanging out with my wife, we're gonna play Harry Potter and stuff until we beat the game. So we're gonna go ahead and host the Black Desert game page since they're doing an event. So yeah, y'all have fun. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one.